गुड इवनिंग। थर्मोकेमिस्ट्री का हो गया है टाइम। आवाज मेरी साफ आ रही है? लास्ट वीकेंड आई डिड सम सेशंस ऑन, यू शुड सी मी राइट नाउ, ऑन क्या किया था लास्ट टाइम यार, याद नहीं आ रहा है। वी डिड मोल कॉन्सेप्ट सॉलिड स्टेट, नहीं उसके बाद और कुछ भी किया था, कुछ और भी किया था। वी डिड सॉल्यूशंस मे बी, या एनीवे बहुत चीजें की थी लास्ट टाइम। वी कैन चेक दैट आउट, बट यू सजेस्टेड दैट यू नो व्हाट, लेट्स डू समथिंग, लेट्स मिक्स इट अप। मेरा पहले प्लान था कि I'll do 11th का पहला चैप्टर, 12th का पहला चैप्टर, फिर सेकंड चैप्टर एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, but you were like no, we want to do thermodynamics. So I'm like okay, cool, sounds good. And here we are. You'll notice that मैं thermochemistry पहले कर रहा हूँ, right? Next week I'll do thermodynamics. There's a reason behind this. Thermochemistry काफी ज्यादा straightforward है. Thermodynamics थोड़ा डरावना हो सकता है when you, especially when you do JEE advanced. आवाज साफ आ रही है? Can you hear me, see me? What's up? Good afternoon, स्वरूप। किस टाइम जोन में आप? शाम हो गई? 6 बज रहा है। Rek, what's up? It's okay, Swaroop, messing with you. Yuvraj, Shiva, yeah, Soumyadeep, cool. Oh, Raja, all right, great. So, here's your one-shot sessions. It's got enough PYQs, yeah. You're spamming my only PYQs, not going to make things very easier. So, let's get started. थोड़ी सी theory होगी. You need very little theory for thermochemistry. But मैंने देखे, by the way, why am I doing a separate session only on thermochemistry? Because I checked out the previous year papers of JEE Main. Literally हर साल, I'm not making this up, हर साल नहीं, हर पेपर में, हर शिफ्ट के हर पेपर में एक सवाल था थर्मोकेमिस्ट्री का, whether that was in the numerical section या फिर ऑप्शंस वाले क्या बोलते हैं उसको, MCQ सेक्शन, कहीं ना कहीं तो था। और अभी दोनों जगह इट्स +4 -1 इज अ मार्किंग। ओके, सो थर्मोकेमिस्ट्री मुझे लगा डिजर्व्स इट्स ओन सेपरेट वन शॉट सॉर्ट ऑफ अ सेशन। सो दिस हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डू दिस, ठीक है? हम लोग करेंगे about 1 hour of this class, then we'll take a 15-minute break, then we'll continue, then we'll take a break. We'll continue that. I don't think we'll need more than one break, but अगर उससे ज्यादा तो we'll take another break. The reason is कि I want you guys to get used to this concept of, you know, focused stuff. Okay, this pen tablet is being a little wonky. Hold on. Let me just fix that. One is always in numerical. Good evening. Okay, cool. Let me just fix my pen tablet. It seems to have gone wank wonky right about now. एक सेकेंड, हाँ, इसको हम ऑफ करके ऑन कर रहे हैं. You know how it is, right? When things get messed up, you just turn it off and turn it back on. That's what I'm trying. So the pen just stopped working. Is it working now? No, it's still not working. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Technical glitches के लिए खेद है. रुकिए. I've got some beautiful things planned out for you. Let me just figure this out. कहाँ गया ये pen calibration? So what's happening is I'm clicking in one place और कहीं और हो रहा है completely. Genetic DTK. Let's calibrate. Let's quickly take, I'll take 5 seconds and this should be done. You know how it is, right? The best laid plans, man proposes, God disposes. All right. ज्ञान खत्म हो गया और मेरा पेन भी कैलिब्रेट हो गया, मैं लिख पा रहा हूँ. Awesome. ठीक है. What's up? Turn it off and on. It works. there's a very cool show called IT Crowd, okay? And there's a guy picks up the phone. He's in IT and he says, "Hi, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?" Chris O'Dowd. Beautiful guy. Anyway, अरे Samyak, you're in Bangalore. That's interesting. युवराज wants you to shift my class Sunday. यार मुश्किल है लाइफ में, संडे को तो हमको भी एक दिन छुट्टी चाहिए होती है. खैर एनीवे, इस बार मैंने कर लिया क्योंकि मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं थी, सो आई वाज लाइक लेट्स डू इट ऑन संडे, बट इट्स गोना बी स्लाइटली डिफरेंट, डू इट ऑन ऑल संडेज. विल सी, लेट्स सी. चलो अभी शुरू करते हैं. लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड, राइट? या ओके, व्हाट्स ऑल दिस? ये क्या है यहाँ पे, क्या हो रहा है? देखो, मैं गरम कर रहा हूं. अभी लेट्स सेशन स्टार्टेड. जिप फोकस्ड. देयर इज गैस इन हियर, ओके? वेयर? यहाँ पे अंदर है गैस. मैं चाहता हूं कि टू रेज इट्स टेम्परेचर, to raise temperature by some delta T. Okay, this is just a hypothetical setup. Suno. What I've done is I've fixed the pressure. How do I fix the pressure? I've got a piston को मैंने कोई weight रख दिया है. Little थोड़ा सा ही theory है, we'll cover theory, then we'll do questions. ठीक है? अगर मैं गर्म करूंगा क्या करूंगा? Gas will expand. Temperature तो बढ़ेगा but gas will also expand because I'm letting it expand. ठीक है? इस सिचुएशन को हम लोग बोलेंगे heat added at a constant pressure. क्यों? With a subscript of P. That is what I've written down over here. ठीक है? QP. And देखो, ये पिस्टन थोड़ा सा ऊपर मूव कर रहा है. That's situation 1. Situation 2 is मैंने पिस्टन को कर दिया है fix. Now it cannot move up. So all the heat that I provide is just going into increasing the temperature. बिल्कुल अलग-अलग situation है. देखो, movable piston और fixed piston. ये दोनों अलग सिचुएशंस है. डू यू सी दैट? इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू नोटिस दैट ये बिल्कुल ही अलग चीज है. क्यों? क्योंकि नाउ मुझे थोड़ी कम हीट देनी पड़ेगी. Why? Because all the heat went into increasing the temperature. No heat was used to do work. Work क्या होगा बताता हूं. ठीक है. No heat was used to expand the gas. You see that? है ना? इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे QV. फाइनल टेम्परेचर दोनों का सेम है. टेम्परेचर इज T2 फ्रॉम T1, बट QP इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम QV. समझ में आ रहा है? या पीएन जंक्शन की बातें, बाप रे, आई हैव नो आइडिया व्हाट टॉकिंग अबाउट ब्रो. वी आर डूइंग थर्मोकेमिस्ट्री. ठीक है. ऑलराइट. So, do you see that these are two different types of heat? And this is how I would like to start teaching you this idea. Okay. Now that they are different, it is also kind of obvious that QP is greater than QV. Why am I saying this is obvious? क्योंकि देखो यार, in this case जहां मैंने fix कर दिया piston does not move. All the heat जो नीचे से मैं कैंडल लगा रहा हूं, all the heat is going into just increasing the temperature because मैं गैस को expand नहीं करने दे रहा हूं. In this case, gas is chill. ठीक है, मैं धक्का दे दूंगा. The gas will push against the piston, and some of that heat goes, I wouldn't say waste, but चला जाता है in expanding that, pushing up against the piston. So थोड़ा सा heat बर्बाद हो जाता है. Let's say बर्बाद हो जाता है. ठीक है. So I'll need little more heat. Hence QP is greater than QV. Yeah, you understand this? How QP is greater than QV? Yeah, you follow this? Sudesh, it's going to be hard for me to do only English or only Hindi. If there's something you don't understand, tell me, I'll repeat it. Same with Hindi. अगर आपको कोई चीज समझ में नहीं आ रही है, tell me and I'll explain again Hindi में. English or Hindi, either way. Those are two languages I'm good with. Okay. So QP is definitely greater than QV. Do you guys follow this? Fundamental idea बहुत जरूरी है. Okay. इसके बाद go ahead and say that okay, there is something called C, a constant for a particular system. It's the heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of whatever substance. It could be the gas, it could be the whole setup, whatever, by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin. So in this case, let's focus on the gas, क्योंकि हम लोग गैस की ही बात कर रहे हैं. In this case, हम लोग गैस की बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. So QP is N Cp delta T and QV is N Cv delta T. Now that P and V are constant pressure, constant volume. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going with this? कोई doubt है तो बोलो. अरे नागराज काय टाइम पास कर रहा है. Let's study, right? How does it matter if I know Kannada or not? Let's learn thermodynamics here, guys. Do not distract me. I really like this topic. I want you to learn this inside out once and for all. Okay, let's talk thermodynamics and nothing else right now. Cool. So Cp is not equal to Cv and Cp is greater than Cv for the same amount of temperature change, same amount of N. QP is greater than QV, hence Cp is greater than Cv. Do you see that? Okay. Do you see that? Cp is greater than Cv. Is this clear? Okay. And Q is changing depending on the path taken. What are the two different paths? I fixed the pressure in one case. I fixed the volume in one case. Okay. So these are alag-alag paths. Two different ways of this reaching the same state. You see where I'm going with this? Pura thermodynamics is being revised just in this 1 or 2 minute cut discussion. Okay. So path 1 was constant pressure. Path 2 is constant volume. A lot of times students do not understand the meaning of path. They think path means literally walking around. No, thermodynamics has an idea of state function, path function. We won't go into all those details, right? Because it's a one short thing. So I'll go over things quickly. But अगर कोई चीज समझ में नहीं आ रही, anything you don't understand, ask me to explain again. Ask me to explain. I'm here Sunday evening, all for you. ठीक है? चलो. Now, which one is greater? I've already told you this, but if you guys are awake, which one is greater, Cp या Cv? Let me know in the chat quickly. Jaldi se. Quickly let me know. Which one is greater, Cp or Cv? Very, very basic, straightforward question, but that's all right. That's all right. We're just getting started. Yeah? करेंगे ठीक से करेंगे. Cool. All right. Cp, Cp, A. Lovely. Absolutely. How do you know Cp is greater than Cv? I just told you. देखो, if Qp is greater than Qv and N and delta T are the same, then it has to be that Cp must be greater than Cv. Okay. Let me go back to that setup that I've shown to you, comparing the two things. Now I'm going to only talk about that extra your gas expand ho rahi thi, the case in which the gas was expanding, right? I want to focus on that for a minute. What do I mean? Look at this. This whole setup, I put some weights on top, right? So there's a movable piston, but I put some weights. Okay. So when this expands, it expands by a small amount. Let's call it D, right? this distance right here, this small distance right here, it moves by d, and iska area kya hai? This area of this thing is A, right? So let's say that the work done, you know this from physics, is F dot D, dot product hai. I'm not going to go into details there, but this is a scalar quantity. What is the force over here? Force is because of the weights on top. There are weights on top. Okay, physical weights hai. Agar weights na bhi ho, there's atmospheric pressure. I've created this artificial situation where I'm putting some weights on top. Okay, so that it is clear, even when there are no weights, there is atmospheric pressure. I know that. Okay. But if there are weights, then theek hai. Force is what? Mass into gravity, mg, and pressure is mg by A. Quick derivation, it's important that you do these small thing derivation, okay? And you just take mg by A this side and d into A. Then you get, acha, this is same as P into delta V. How? This d into this area, theek hai? There you go. That's how you get P delta V. Then you'll ask me, arey, but where is the minus sign, guys? Okay, see, in chemistry, we look at it like this. Okay, the gas is expanding. Its direction expansion is in this way. Force is acting in the opposite direction. So you say ki yaar negative ho gaya. Although this is a very, very rudimentary way of understanding it. But hear me out very carefully. I am by no means saying that work done is a vector quantity. By having a negative or positive sign, it does not mean that it is a vector quantity. It is still a scalar quantity. An important idea. Maybe they'll test it in JEE. They'll ask you these questions. They can ask you these questions. Okay. So anyway, in chemistry, we say that W is defined as minus P external delta V. And you're like, bhai, ye kya cheez hai? How do I remember this? This is how you remember it. Compression work is positive. Expansion work is negative. Do you follow? Do you follow? Yes? Yeah? Complex जी, it's okay, होता रहता है यार life में. You've got to adapt to change. You've got to adapt to change. And we are here to help you out all the way to JEE Advanced. हम लोग करेंगे आपकी तैयारी. जो भी करे, कोई भी करे, we are there with you. And we've got a solid plan. I already have 2-3 things in my mind. The reason I don't want to tell you guys right now is because कुछ पक्का नहीं है ना. जब पक्का होगा तो if they do this, we'll do that. If they do B, we'll do that. सब plan है दिमाग में. Don't worry. Don't worry. ठीक है? Yes. On the work, on the by the was छोड़ दो. Complex. Forget on the system, by the system. Not important. What's up, ditch? That is secondary. The main thing is this right here. Compression work is positive. Expansion work is negative. This is important. And from this you can derive on the system, by the system. वो सब बहुत secondary है. Do you follow this? Do you follow this? Yeah? Okay. Excellent. In physics is opposite. What is opposite? Expansion work is positive. Compression work is negative. Remember it like this. On the system, by the system में आदमी भूल सकता है. Ladies भी भूल सकती हैं. And everybody in between. Everybody can forget. Okay. It's just a figure of speech. But compression work is always positive. Expansion work is negative in chemistry. ठीक है. हो गया theory. बहुत theory हो गया. एक दो सवाल करें जरूर. Quick छोटा सा derivation. Not really a derivation actually. Just an idea of this. So, देखो. When I was heating at constant pressure, then usme wo gas expand, I let the gas expand, okay? So the difference between QP and QB is that P external delta V, and that is why I write it on this side. Dekho, no signs, no compression, expansion, kuch nahi hai. I have just with basic maths derived this, just with basic maths, okay? And then I can write this equation down. Isi cheez ko I can say that, you know what, PV equal to nRT, and temperature is same because that's what thermochemistry is all about. All reactions happening at constant temperature. Guys, are you following this? I am not going quick at all. I'm saying everything slowly and clearly. Yeah, reactions happen at constant temperature. So temperature is constant, R is constant, and bhai, okay, P and V, and pressure is also constant. Why? Most of reactions happen at 1 atmosphere or whatever, atmospheric pressure, right? So the change in volume is the same as change in this guy right here, yeah, delta Ng, and we'll look at that later as well. I can put that in an equation now. Cp is equal to Cv plus R is also something you get from here. ठीक है, चलो, let's start with a question right away. पहला सवाल शुरू करते हैं. We will talk about internal energy in the next session. This session, next session मतलब अगले हफ्ते. ये पूरा 2-2.5 घंटे का सेशन जो होगा, whatever how much long it may be, the focus is going to be thermochemistry. यानी कि funky questions just with basic definitions. That is what we are going to do. Mayor? Con Mayor? Sand Mayor? Sandman? What's happening? Let's look at the first question. The number of endothermic processes from the following are what? Ooh, endothermic. आ गया देखो आसान सा सवाल. This is from JEE Main 2023. And if I'm not mistaken, I think ये April वाले बैच से देखो ऐसे सवाल आते हैं. See, this is a numerical entry, which means you need to know theory inside out. You need to know definitions inside out. Answer बताइए please. Complex. हमने equilibrium तो last time we did equilibrium. I hope after that you're a pro at equilibrium too. Anyway, solve this question, my dear friends. The number of endothermic and processes out of these are what? What is endothermic if you guys want to know? I'll give you 30 seconds to solve this. You know how it works, right? I'll give you this much time. Delta H is positive. That is what is endothermic. Who's the chap who wanted me to talk only in English? हम लोग बात तो कर रहे English में. Where are your answers, guys? Answers दीजिए. Raja, Yuvraj, Complex, Rek. Himanshu Pathak saying 3. Okay, Himanshu. Okay. So let me put that down. What is Himanshu saying? Himanshu is saying 3. ठीक है? Okay, I'll write that down. What about the rest of you? What do you think? Simple सा चीज है. अरे यार जवाब तो दो. कहाँ गए सब लोग? सो रहे हैं क्या? शाम है. It's amazing Sunday evening. Beautiful weather, at least in Bangalore. Yeah. What do you think, guys? अरे इतने लोग हैं जो देख रहे हो वीडियो. आंसर तो दो कुछ लोग. सिर्फ 3. सिर्फ 3 मतलब एक बंदे ने 3 बोला. What I mean to say. Nityashree is also saying 3. So what is the basis of you guys saying 3? Can you explain to me? आपका भी 3 ही कर लो. ठीक है. So 3 people are saying 3. Okay, Nityashree, Yuvraj and Himanshu. Okay. Which 3, guys? Can you tell me? Let's in the chat. Let's go into a little bit more detail and dissect this. Which ones? A, B, C, D, E. Which ones do you think are endothermic? Okay. The first 2. What's happening? Atomization. Okay. Why atomization? There is some bond. I want to break it. To break a bond, I need to provide energy. To break a bond, I need to provide energy. What bond are we breaking? Just one bond, right? There's no bond being formed. If there was a bond being formed, then life would be a little difficult. Atomization means just breaking of a bond. So only energy input. So both of these are delta H positive. Both of these. First of for A and B. Wild guess? Arey yaar, kya wild guesses. Very timid guesses, guys. Himanshu saying C, D, E. Okay, interesting. Yeah, D cannot be. D is definitely exothermic. D is burning of carbon. That cannot be endothermic, my friends. Right? So let's be sure which ones to eliminate. That makes your life easier. D is definitely out of the picture. It's not possible for D to be endothermic. Okay. This guy here is vaporization. Combustion to hum log hata de. Let's cut that out. Vaporization. What is vaporization? I've got liquid water, okay, and I give it heat. चला जाता है, बन जाता है gas. Ooh, I'm giving it heat. This is also endothermic. Physical process. Very, very simple. Just the basics. Okay. So A is correct, B is correct, and some of you are saying that Nityashree is saying E is correct, and Yuvraj is saying C is correct. Okay. I want to agree with Yuvraj. I also want to agree with Nityashree. I also want to agree with Yuvraj once again. Yeah. C is endothermic as it requires energy. Absolutely right, Rajat Paul ji. Absolutely right. And dissolution of ammonia and chloride in water. See, now this is the hard one, so to speak. You either know it or you don't. Yeah, this is not something which both of us can sit and decide here. Hey, chalo, let's figure out what happens to E. You just need to know that E is endothermic. Okay. The dissolution of ammonium chloride in water. Yeah, the energy of solution is lattice and hydration energy dono saath mein. It just so happens that this process is endothermic. Cool. ठीक है? All right, you are not sure about E. I know. It's okay. All right. It's all right. Yeah. Raja, dekho, the dissolution of anything would require you to break its lattice and hydrate it. Okay. It just so happens that NH4Cl mein, this energy is positive. It's from plus 15 and it's there everywhere. Think it's also there in NCRT. So, yeah, man, it's one of those questions, huh? Okay. So 4 is the answer for this one. Shall we move on to the next one? It's okay. It's okay. See, I gave you a question that seemed really easy, but उसमें थोड़ा time लगाना पड़ता है. This is to just tell you that those last 5 questions where you have to put a number as the answer, be careful. Be careful because that also has negative marking. All the other questions I feel are easier because you can pick out of the 4. In this, आपको सोच के डालना पड़ेगा. Okay. So maybe a slightly tricky question actually, not that direct. Direct लगता है but ध्यान से करना पड़ता है. This one is a little bit easier. When a 60-watt electric heater is immersed in a gas for 100 seconds, In a constant volume container with adiabatic walls, the temperature of the gas rises by 5 degrees Celsius. The heat capacity of the given gas is what? What is 60 watt? Has to do with power, does it not? That rhymes. There is power, there is time. Constant volume, मतलब QV की बात हो रही है. QV, adiabatic walls. So many scary terms. Okay. The temperature of the gas rises by some amount. I think this is very doable. How about you guys take 30 seconds and try it out? Power, yeah. I'll write that here again. This one here is power. Okay. This one here is time. Okay. And this is talking about QV. That's all you need to. Adiabatic wall, matlab, heat doesn't get exchanged. That's all. That's not important over here. But this, delta T, I think you can do this from here. Try it out. This 30-second timer on top of my head is not there to intimidate you, as I've always told you. This is the ideal time you should be trying to figure in the exam. अगर उससे थोड़ा ज़्यादा time लगता है तो it's okay. It's okay for now. Raja, excellent work, Raja. Hey, Vijay Rathod, how are you? Raja says 1200. Do you folks agree with him? What do you guys think? That's great, Vijay. Good to see you here. Can you try and solve this question? Yeah? Straightforward one. Pallavi also saying the same thing. Okay, sweet. P is E by T, energy by time. Absolutely. So power is what? ml2T minus 1, right? Right? So because ml2T minus 2, I think, is energy. So awesome. So power, oh, hold on. Power is energy by time. ml2T minus 2. So ml2T minus 3, then you mean? Raja, what is the dimensional this thing of it? Yuvraj, Vijay are all saying the same thing. Okay. Yuvraj and Vijay. Awesome. Okay. Energy is power into time, right? What is the unit of power? What is the unit of power? Those jokes, right? Those jokes that you track in 10th grade when you learned about W being what? Anyway, power into time, that's energy, and energy is also going to be simply C into delta T, where C is the heat capacity. Okay, if you're going to ask me, bhai, why have I not written MC into delta T? Because in this case, I don't need the value of C in the units of, per mole. It's or per gram or something, or kilogram. It's not there. I just have directly joule per Kelvin. So looking at this, I use this equation, and iska value I get directly. 60 by 5 is 12 into 100 is 1200, which is the answer. All of you who mentioned it are absolutely correct. You're all amazing. Koi doubts hai? Oh, okay, Anushka, that's all right. Just engaging with you guys. Try this question out. Yeah. Himanshu Pathak, how? Okay, let's explain that one more time. Which part did you not follow, Pathak ji? You have power given to you. You have time given to you that the heater runs for. So the energy is simply going to be the power times time. Okay. तो मैंने इतना power supply किया. वो power supply करने से you're assuming कि 100% conversion is happening, which doesn't usually happen, but let's assume that पूरा हो रहा है. Like you put a rod, immersion heater होता है ना, rod डालो पानी में गर्म करने के लिए, right? And then the water gets hot. By how much? By 5 degrees Celsius बढ़ जाता है temperature. Then you say कि अच्छा, the heat capacity of, well, पानी नहीं है, it's gas, ठीक है, you're heating a gas. See? What is the heat capacity of the gas? So the total energy given to the gas is known, which is this. Total energy is known, temperature rise is known. So C is just this. That's it, just equating energy on both sides. ठीक है? All right. Himanshu, you good? Delta T, not T. Absolutely. We need joule per Kelvin, not joule per degree Celsius. That's a very interesting thing. Himanshu, that's a beautiful thing. Here's the thing, right? When you do joule per Kelvin or joule per degree Celsius, it's the same thing. But if you do joule per degree Fahrenheit, it's not. Let's not brush away what Himanshu said. What he's saying is very, very important. Okay, joule per Kelvin or joule per degree Celsius is the same thing. Why? When you draw a graph, okay, the change in temperature, let's say temperature versus volume, let's do that, temperature versus volume, yeah, temperature or volume, ठीक है, ये कलर है, यूज करते हैं सेल्सियस के लिए, डिग्री सेल्सियस, ठीक है, एंड लेट्स यूज दिस डिफरेंट कलर, कौन सा कलर यूज करें, ब्लू कलर यूज करते हैं केल्विन के लिए, ठीक है, टेम्परेचर स्केल यहां पे दोनों जगह 0 है, यू विल सी दैट दोनों का स्लोप सेम है, मतलब कि द वे दैट दे चेंज इज सेम, ओके, विथ वॉल्यूम एंड हेंस विथ एनीथिंग एल्स. अगर ये आपको कंफ्यूजिंग लग रहा है, this is one way to understand that it doesn't matter that they're both same. Okay, second way to understand is, देखो, when you go from 273 Kelvin to 373 Kelvin, the difference is 100 degrees. When you go from 0 degrees to 100 degrees Celsius, the difference is again same 100 degrees. ठीक है? तो the boiling point and the freezing point of water के बीच में जो फर्क है, it's the same number of units. Okay? I like that question, bro. Himanshu, no. It's not about a mistake. It's a beautiful question. A lot of people don't understand this. They mug it. And life फिर होती है मुश्किल कॉलेज में दोस्तों. जब होता है एग्जाम देना या फिर वाइवा पूछा जाता है ना, तब होता है अरे यार ये तो पढ़ लेना चाहिए था. I hope that's clear. ये दो मैंने आइडिया दिए, and also this. By either of these things, either by the graph or by this, you're doing this. And trust me, ये छोटी छोटी चीजें what matter in the advanced exam. ठीक है? All right. Let's go to the next question. Clear? Awesome. मजा आ रहा है ना? मजा आ रहा है, मुझे तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है यार. Thermo is such a beautiful topic. C plus O2 gives you CO2 plus 400 kilojoules. C plus half O2 gives CO plus 100 kilojoules. When coal of purity 60% is allowed to burn in the presence of insufficient oxygen. अच्छा. Insufficient oxygen मतलब both of these reactions will happen. If it was sufficient oxygen, then only C plus O2 giving CO2 would be the one that predominates. Okay, the other reaction doesn't matter so much. Why? Hess law ka idea. Yeah, a reaction can happen in one step or multiple steps. So, insufficient oxygen. 60% of the carbon is converted into CO. Achha, and the remaining into CO2. So, they also told you कि जब insufficient oxygen देता है, तो थोड़ा some of it forms CO2, some of it forms CO. So, if I now burn 0.6 kilogram of coal, what is the energy that is निकलती है उसमें से? कितनी ऊर्जा निकलती है? Too much Hindi? Try this out in kilojoule, the answer. Try it out, folks, please. Yeah. I'll give you a whole minute for it. Exactly, Yuvraj. Change in Celsius Kelvin is same, not in Fahrenheit. In Fahrenheit, क्या होगा? It'll be 1.8. It'll be 1.8. क्यों? Because Fahrenheit is 9 by 5, which is 1.5 degrees Celsius plus 32. है ना? इसलिए होगा 1.8. Yeah, look at that. याद है चीजें 8th 9th standard physics से. खैर, बताओ, what do you think the answer to this one is going to be? Try it out, folks. Try करें? Yeah. But get a quick sip of water while you guys try this question. Oops. By the way, these notes are going to be given to you on Telegram as always. Yeah. Description में click on the Telegram notes. I'll put that up after I do this. Join the Telegram channel for latest updates. Option D. Vijay ji, फिर से Anushka. Sure, I will do that. Option D is what Yuvraj says. What was option D? देखते हैं. Option D क्या था Yuvraj? Number बता दो जरा. I don't remember. Option D Pallavi also. ठीक है. Let's thin slice this question. That's just a fancy way of saying. Let's break the question down into smaller bits that are easy to understand. Purity coal की कितनी है? 60%. And it burns in the presence of insufficient oxygen, not enough oxygen. So some of it forms CO, 60% gives CO, 40% gives CO2. ठीक है? After that, you're burning 0.6 kg of coal. So how do you solve this question? Let me do this. You've got 6600. Okay, Pallavi also saying 6600. Great. Anushka, did you follow the question? Yeah. I'm burning a bit of coal. Okay. It doesn't burn very well because 60% प्योरिटी है. पहली बात तो कोल में कुछ और है, सल्फर होगा, 1000 चीजें होंगी, या मे बी SO2 कुछ है उसमें. सो पहली बात 0.6 का 60% हो गया. ओके, देन दैट आउट ऑफ दैट 60% फॉर्म CO2, रेस्ट ऑफ इट इज CO. सो व्हाट वी नीड टू नो, लेट्स फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल मोल्स ऑफ कार्बन in 0.6 kilogram of coal. That's the first thing I want to do. We'll do the purity part in the end. First, कितने moles है carbon 0.6 kilogram of coal में? Coal is carbon, right? So we can do that directly. कुछ 50 mole आएगा. We'll get that. Step 2, find delta H if 60% of that gives you CO and 40% CO2. सही बोला ना? हाँ, 40% CO2. Last step, we will do the purity वाला calculation. मतलब whatever number you get, multiply that with 0.6 and you're done. That is what we will do to solve this. Understood? Awesome. Yuvraj, Pallavi, excellent work. Excellent work on doing that quickly. Does anybody else want more time to do this, or do you want me to go ahead and explain it? I think the moles part is very direct. I'm going to just go ahead and explain it, right? 0.6 kilogram is the same as 600 grams. Yeah, wow, difficult calculation. 600 by 12 is 50 mole, okay? 50 mole carbon hai. Now, 50 mole say 60% gives you CO. So, 50 into 0.6 here. Acha, this one is 2, right? Where is 2 CO? Yeah. So, 50 into 0.06 gives you this much. 50 into 0.4, which is CO2, right? This is CO2, this is CO. Let me write that properly. I'm going to write slowly. Yeah, I have like one of those paper cuts. Oh, this is getting keyed out, huh? That is so cool. I've got a band-aid on my hand and it gets keyed out at times. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, it's all right. Kshitij Jhaji, my focus is going to be physical chemistry. That's what I like, and I will be best doing that with you. Rakhi is teaching us, Rakhi ji is teaching us organic chemistry, and we have another very special teacher coming our way to help us with organic chemistry as well. Next week, we'll do this. Jayashree, absolutely. If you give me the right answer, we will do the name and all of that. Sure. But why do you want me to take your name? How does that change anything? I'm just trying to understand. Yeah? No, nothing negative. So 800 and sorry, 8,000, 3,000. Now here is when students in a hurry would make a mistake. They would mark the answer as तीनों को ऐड करो, दोनों को ऐड करो, 11,000 किलोजूल हो गया आंसर. But no, you have to do the last step, which is 60% of the whole thing. So do that and you get 6,600 kilojoules. Note that in this question, you've got both 6,600 and 11,000. So be careful. Yeah, this question was sent by someone like me who wanted to make sure that you understood the theory inside out. And good job on answering it correct. Okay. Oh, that's all right, dude. Kshitij, why apologize? It's beautiful that you are here. Yeah, I hope you take away something positive from aaj ki class. And sure, we've got you covered all the way to JEE Advanced. All right, slippery. So, let's do a little bit of theory. Yeah, it's a great question. JEE asks beautiful questions. थोड़ी सी और theory करते हैं. थोड़ी सी और theory. Yeah. Last bit of theory, and then we'll do a lot of very interesting questions. Okay. Now, I told you that QP and QV के हिसाब से we defined some things, right? QP and QE. QP happens to be a state function, okay? And QV happens to be a state function, both of which are given by these chaps right here. Okay? We decided to define a new term called enthalpy. You're like, bhai, tune internal energy ki baat to ki nahi, why you don't know enthalpy? I'll talk about internal energy in the next session. Guys, the focus now is thermochemistry. And thermochemistry cares about this right here. What right here? H yani ki enthalpy. Matlab internal energy change along with the work done. Okay, दोनों चीज को account करता है. So H is defined as E plus PV. Remember this definition. If you want to mug formulae, mug the first one, not the second one. The first one, second one is a consequence. Okay, H is E plus PV and delta H is delta E plus delta of PV, delta of the whole thing, right? This is just like that chain rule of differentiation. If you want to differentiate A into B, you do A, then dB plus B, dA. It's the same thing, yaar. Okay, that's the same thing that's happening over here. Now, delta PV, I say ki boss, P is constant. Okay, so delta PV is simply going to be this guy and this. This is constant, this is constant, this is constant. So, only thing that's not constant is this and this. So, delta PV straight away becomes P delta V equal to delta Ng RT. Okay, and that is where, ladies and gentlemen, you get delta H is delta E for delta U plus delta Ng RT, where delta Ng is the number of gaseous moles of the products minus the reactants. Okay, cool. So for any random reaction with this stoichiometry, I'm going to consider this to be my system now. What is the system? System is the thing that I care about and everything else around it is the surrounding. Okay, so when this reaction happens, if this produces energy, yeah, that is exothermic, and if it consumes energy, that's endothermic. It's as simple as that. You know this already. Yeah, delta H is negative, exothermic, delta H is positive, endothermic. By the way, in the last question, did you notice something? Ek cheez thi, we didn't point it out explicitly, but let me do that. Let me go back to that last question just for a quick 10-15 second thing and notice something. देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है plus 400 kilojoule as a product of the reaction. This automatically means that delta H is negative. How? Because it leaves, there's energy that comes out of the system as the process happens. What is the system? The reaction itself. Okay. Now, if I wrote this here, if I wrote here 100 plus something here, that would be delta H positive. Okay, there are many ways to talk about the same kind of a setup. Cool. Okay. Now, the whole concept of enthalpy works because it is a state function. The Hess law, the whole idea of Born-Haber cycle works only because delta H, delta E are all state functions. Okay. So whether you do a process in 1 step or 10 steps, it's immaterial. It's just the final and the initial states that matter. So when you reverse a reaction, yeah, you can do that. When you reverse a reaction, then the sign of delta H changes. So an exothermic reaction becomes an endothermic one and vice versa when you reverse the reaction. Okay. So basically, reversing reaction का मतलब क्या है? You are interchanging final and initial states, and your definition is still final minus initial, right? So whatever is the final one now minus initial one now gives you the sign. Let me show you that with an actual reaction, right? Here is the nicely written down delta H reaction to be, oh, look at that, products minus reactants, stoichiometric coefficients, etc., etc. An example is this right here, right? So in this case, I'm trying to react methane with oxygen and I get CO2 and H2O. Remember that you always balance these things. Now the thing with delta H is that it is an extensive quality, which is why whenever you do any thermochemistry numericals, you must balance equations. If you don't balance equations, things are not going to work out. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay, complex, वो तो already बता दिया. आप कहाँ थे जब हम कर रहे थे? We already did that. What do you think the first thing was? The first diagram I did, that was exactly that. Anyway, खैर, when you do this reaction in this way, delta H may be something. अगर मैं उल्टा करूँ reaction को, it will be negative of delta H. ठीक है? That's all I was saying in the previous thing. Now I can do many kind of mathematical ideas to this. Okay. The main idea is, before I do that, let's talk about what is standard enthalpy of reaction. And by definition, standard means when things are in the standard state. Standard state matlab at 1 atmosphere or 1 bar actually. Let's not do 1 atmosphere. Let's talk about 1 bar. NCRT now like 1 bar. We'll do 1 bar. Okay. The standard state of a substance at any given temperature is the pure form at 1 bar. Okay. This naught value, NaUGHT, not yani ki 0, right? This is what means standard state. So, for a crystalline solid, pure crystalline solid at 1 bar pressure, right? For substance of ion solution, 1 molar concentration, 1 bar pressure, specified temperature. Okay? Liquids, 1 bar pressure, gases, again 1 bar, partial pressure at a given temperature. Okay? These are things you already know, but we'll quickly go ahead and give you some examples as well. Hey, what's up, Akshay? How are you doing? A thermochemical equation is defined as a balanced chemical equation, and you put this guy. Now, what do I mean by reverse karo? Dekho, if I reverse this reaction, right away, the delta H value, it changes sign. It was negative 91.8 becomes positive 91.8. Any doubts? Any doubts so far? Are you doing all right? Sab theek hai? Yeah? Yeah? Very simple things, but I think it's good to get out of the way. Let's figure this out. Okay. If you multiply the reaction with half, the delta H value gets multiplied by half. If you multiply with 2 or 3 or whatever, the whole thing gets multiplied with 2. As simple as that. Okay? Standard enthalpy of formation. Ooh, now these definitions you need to know. Why do you need to know these definitions? Look, the enthalpy change for formation of 1 mole of a compound from its constituent elements in the standard states. Matlab ki, moti baat, 1 mole on RHS. What is RHS? Dekho, at the end of the day, this is an equation. The equation has RHS and LHS, right? Right? So that's it. I'm talking about enthalpy change for formation of 1 mole of a compound from its constituent elements in the standard state, where what I'm talking about is on the RHS. Do you see that? Yeah? वो दिख रहा है? Okay. If we reverse, then only any substance. Anushka, I didn't understand आप क्या बोल रही हैं such, but let's do some numericals. And then if कोई doubt है तो बोलना, ठीक है? So these का value है 0, standard state, reference state, जो भी बोलना चाहो. This is what is important. Standard enthalpy of formation of all of these chaps. Iodine का solid है, bromine का liquid है. All of these are gases. Ooh, H plus is aqueous, right? For mercury, it's liquid. Iodine solid. F2 is gas. And look at this. If you change the state, okay, like rhombic sulfur, awesome. Monoclinic sulfur, nah, not really. Oxygen, awesome. Ozone, no, that's not 0, right? It's different. It's not zero. Could be greater than, less than, whatever the number may be, but it's not zero. ठीक है? Diamond, no. Graphite, yes. Awesome. ठीक है? Let's go ahead and define enthalpy of combustion. What is combustion? Jalana. Jalana matlab ki, oh, hold on. Jalana matlab ki now 1 mole on LHS. Notice this, formation mein it is 1 mole on RHS, combustion is 1 mole on LHS of the equation. Okay, ठीक है? And what is combustion? Oxygen साथ जलना. ठीक है? Obviously, if oxygen is on the LHS, it is not going to have any kind of implication on enthalpy of combustion. But here are its values for this and that, etc., etc. चलो, बहुत हो गई theory. बहुत हो गई theory. Anushka, it's okay. You can ask anything. Don't worry about anything. If you have any doubts, ask away. Last wali theory, last bit, two last things. Enthalpy of atomization definition is again 1 mole on LHS. ठीक है? Enthalpy of atomization again is 1 mole on LHS. What do I need to say? Look, I start with one of this. I may get 2 or 3 or 10 on the right hand side. It doesn't matter. LHS is 1 mole. Okay, and this is endothermic. Cool. Bond enthalpy can be defined as two different things: bond dissociation or mean bond enthalpy. Either way, it's a positive value, and again you start with 1 mole on LHS. Whoo! Lot of theory out of the way. Yeah. So this summarizes everything we've done so far, and it has a few extra things as well. Okay. Take a look at this. कोई doubt है तो बोलो. Just look through it quickly. Look through everything that's on the screen right now. कोई doubt है तो बोलो. The only extra thing here right now that's relevant is enthalpy of neutralization. Okay. For a strong acid is just, and base is just this. Okay. This is 57.1 kilojoule per mole. ठीक है? अगर वो उतने ions नहीं furnish करता है than as expected, then it's a weak acid or a weak base. Hence, the reaction इतना नहीं होता है, थोड़ा कम हो जाता है. अगर थोड़ा कम हुआ, it is an extensive property, so this value will be smaller than 57.1 kilojoule per mole if it's weak. ठीक है? Resonance energy has not been tested, but ठीक है, उसका definition यहाँ पे है. It's a negative number, is reported as a positive thing. Lattice enthalpy is interesting. It can be reported as two different ways. Yeah. If it is lattice dissociation enthalpy, मतलब है breaking the lattice, or it is lattice formation enthalpy. Quickly बताओ chat में which one is positive, which one is negative. Lattice dissociation enthalpy, lattice formation enthalpy. What is lattice enthalpy? From gaseous ions, या तो lattice बनना या lattice को break करना to form gaseous ions. One of the two. So, lattice dissociation enthalpy is positive, or is lattice formation enthalpy positive? What do you think? Lattice dissociation is positive. Okay. युवराज बोल रहे हैं उल्टा. Okay. 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 Since दो लोग दो अलग अलग बात बोल रहे हैं, let me just summarize. Okay. Whenever I have a doubt, energy is not stored in bonds. Okay. Energy is needed to break a bond. Energy is released when a bond is formed. How do I remember this? Magnets को खेला होगा सब लोगों ने लाइफ में, right? So when you bring magnets together and आवाज आती है, formation of bond, release energy in the form of sound. Cheap trick, but it works. जब भी भूल जाता हूँ मैं, it works. And when you want to pull those that magnets apart, थोड़ा effort लगता है. So you're giving it energy. That's how I remember it with the magnet example. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, sweet. Dissociation is positive and formation is negative. Why? Because to break a bond, you require energy input, and to form a bond, energy is released when you form a bond. That's it, यार. ये चीजें आप ध्यान से याद रखो. And then thermochemistry, आप अपनी anybody wakes you up in your sleep, you'll be able to do. It is that easy. Thermochemistry is honestly that easy. Okay, all right. चलो. We'll do one or two questions. We'll take a break. Then I know थोड़ा भारी हो गया already. Let's do some questions. We'll take a break and we'll come back again. ठीक है? At 25 degrees Celsius and 1 atmosphere pressure, the enthalpies of combustion are as given below. H2 is some value, graphite is some value, and ethane is some value. And then it's saying enthalpy of formation of ethane क्या होगा? देखो दिया है enthalpy of combustion. आपको निकालना है enthalpy of formation. Okay? What is combustion? Combustion is 1 mole on LHS. What is formation? 1 mole on RHS. Okay? Keep this in mind and try kariye. I say that it can be done in 30-40 seconds, but it's okay. If you take 60 seconds, I don't mind it. So take your time, इसको try करते हैं. Let's try this one out. है ना? Try करें. Where did this guy go? कहाँ गया? हाँ, ये भाई साहब थोड़ा बाहर चले गए. Let's bring him in. Okay, sweet. कोई डाउट है how to do this question? How to start this? या ख्याति, हम तो मोस्ट एक्टिव. आज सुबह आपने देखा था 9 बजे नहीं 8:30 पे we did a session. We are very active at Aakash Byju's. Hey, that's awesome, Habib. How are you doing? Do you want to solve this question? Go ahead, solve this question. It's lovely that you subscribed to the channel. Try solving this question. I'll give you some time for it. कोई doubt है on how to do this? अगर है तो बताइए, and I'll help you out. Whoops. We're able to figure out how to solve this, right? What's on your mind? Yeah, exactly, Raja. Absolutely. This is from JEE Main 2023, guys. 2023. So my goal for having given you questions, doing one shots with PYQs is to prove to you कि भाई the theory in thermochemistry is very direct, okay? And questions भी लग रहा है direct ही है ना? राजा try करिए, कैसे करेंगे? In JEE Main, they give you a simple calculator जो आपके कंप्यूटर पे होता है, ठीक है? So if you want to do the math, get a calculator. It's okay. For now, get a calculator. कोई tension नहीं है. Yeah? Yuvraj is minus 86. Yuvraj is saying minus 86. Okay. ठीक है. Cool. I'm gonna wait for about 10-15 more seconds and then I'll go ahead and explain. Try it out. No doubts, right, as to how to do this as such. अगर कोई doubt है तो पूछ लो. Not saying you no doubt. Shall we start the solution bit? Look, delta H can be given by this equation. Since मैं पहला question आपके साथ कर रहा हूं of this sort, let me do it the way anybody else would do it, right? From scratch. And then I'll tell you a quick way of doing it. तो from scratch करने के लिए जो आप बैलेंस ठीक से करेंगे, you checks and balances सब कुछ ठीक से करेंगे, this is how you'll do it. Formation का I want to form C2H6 1 mole. To do that, I will need 2 carbon atoms and 3 hydrogen molecules. That is why मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है. Why? Because यार, my goal is 1 mole of RHS. Not of, sorry, on RHS. Of what? Ethane. है ना? And कुछ मैंने यहाँ फॉर्मूला लिख दिया. यार, मेरे से ये फॉर्मूला कभी याद नहीं रहता है. But मैंने लिख दिया है because NCERT में मैं लिख दिया. Don't worry, I'll tell you another way to do this. Yes, Anushka, absolutely. Anushka also says minus 86 kilojoule per mole. Okay, sweet. Pardon my handwriting. I've got a pen in my finger. It's weird. Okay. So combustion की definition say you will get 3 things, right? From standard states, so this must be solid, this must be gas, this must be gas as well. This is liquid, this is gas, this is gas. This is ethane gas होती है. Yes, ethane also is gas. This is gas, this is gas, this is liquid. By the way, on a small side step, मुझे याद है JEE एडवांस में एक बार आया था पेपर या maybe it was in a AIATS कि they said that this whole mixture is heated to a temperature 200 degrees Celsius or something like that. Now, if you do that, the only change would be that this liquid will become gas. Above 100 degrees Celsius, this liquid will become gas. Just a small thing to notice, combustion में ये हो सकता है. Normally standard state होता है liquid, right? But if you heat it, because देखो ये है 25 degrees Celsius. If you do it above 100 degrees Celsius, वो पानी बन जाएगा vapor. खैर, that part is not important right now. But I've written down the expressions for combustion. ठीक है? Okay, great. Then I see कि अच्छा, I have to form 1 mole of this. I need 2 of this. I need how much of this? 3 of this. तो वो numbers डालो. Now, how do I know LHS में क्या होगा, RHS में क्या होगा? Maybe I don't remember this. हो सकता है कि I don't remember this equation. Possible है यार, मुझे तो कभी याद रहते नहीं है. Maybe आपको भी याद नहीं रहेगा. So how do I do if I don't remember this equation? देखो, focus is what? 1 mole on RHS. If this is on RHS, both of these must be on LHS. If both of these are on LHS, let's take them as it is. What is this? So we'll take both of these as it is. Okay, that's exactly what is यहाँ पे लिखा है 2 and this on LHS. And since ये है RHS में, I will put a negative sign next to this, and that is exactly what we have done over here. That is exactly what we have done over here. ठीक है? Cool? Yes? Yeah? Do you see what's happening over here? क्योंकि इस रिएक्शन को हमने किया है रिवर्स. Why did I put a negative sign? Because I have to reverse this reaction. This is why I gave you the theory before. There are two of us who gave the answer, but बाकी लोग बहुत शांत बैठे हैं. Do you follow why the other way of doing this also? One way is to remember this whole, yeah, delta H formation is delta H combustion of reactants minus delta H combustion of products. I don't remember it. I don't expect you to remember it. But this idea is okay. Yeah. I reverse this reaction, so it's negative. I need 3 of these. I need 2 of these. So I add both of these और इसको subtract करो. खत्म. That's all, guys. Hence, ये है simple मेरे हिसाब से. I'm not belittling this question. I'm saying that there are two ways to do it. इस तरीके से मत करो. Don't do it this way. इस तरीके से करो. What किस तरीके से करो? 1 mole LHS मतलब की combustion. Okay, 1 mole RHS मतलब की formation. This life is easier that way. आंसर दोनों तरीके सेम आएगा, right? बट अगर आपको मुश्किल हो रही है, then try this way out. If you are good at this, you're getting the answer anyway. जो मर्जी है करो. As long as you get the answer, do anything you like. ठीक है? And if you do this math, you get minus 86 kilojoule per mole. कहाँ गया वो? अच्छा ठीक है, हम लोग दे बोल दें minus 86 is the answer. Let me write in a different color ताकि बाद में जो notes मिलेंगे वहां पे clear हो. Minus 86 kilojoule per mole. Excellent work on the folks who got it right. Lovely, युवराज. ए मीना जी कैसे हैं? वजह मीना जी. हिमांशु मैन क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हैं. या बट थैंक्स. ऑलराइट, लेट्स मूव ऑन. डू वी हैव सम टाइम? हो गए 50 मिनट. शैल वी टेक अ ब्रेक? लेट्स टेक अ 15-minute break, then we'll come back. Okay, we have reached the midway of the slides. I have approximately 144 slides. We're at slide number 75. We've reached the midway. Let's take a 15-minute break. I'm going to pop that up in front of you and come right back. This stream is not ending. Okay, I'm going to leave the stream running, and I want you to do this while you study as well. I don't ever want you to spend a lot of time together. Yeah, मतलब बहुत ज्यादा समय नहीं चाहता हूं कि मैं आप लोग लगाएं किसी भी चीज पे. Always take breaks. ठीक है? So let me write that down over here. अभी टाइम क्या हो रहा है? Where's the pen, bro? Okay, here it is. 15-minute break, which means we will come back at, what's the time right now? 18:53 plus 15 कितना होता है? 7 मिनट plus 8 मिनट मतलब 17, oops, not 17, 19:08. 19:0, let's say 9, because by the time I talk it'll probably be another minute. Or for our Desi friends who want this in this PM. ठीक है? 15 मिनट में मिलते हैं. We'll be right back. I'm going to leave the stream running. Take a break, walk around, wash your face, and yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. थोड़ा पानी पियो, थोड़ा टहलो, and this is imperative, okay? पढ़ाई करते समय ब्रेक भी लेना जरूरी है माइंड को फ्रेश करने के लिए. Literally close your eyes and sit for 10 minutes if you want, and then we'll be back. Alarm डाल रो. 7:09 we'll be back. ठीक है? Did I do the math correctly? 9 plus 6, 15. Okay. Yeah. I will see you guys at 7:09. ठीक है? I'm leaving the stream running. मेरा ऑडियो बस बंद रहेगा. That's all. All right. Okay. 7:09. व्हाट्सअप करें शुरू. Almost 7:09. Yeah, all good. Hear me, see me, and all that. Oh, I missed a couple of messages. Hey, AMJE 2025, are you still here? And Palak, what's up? Hey, all right. Welcome back to you as well. अच्छा लगा ना छोटा सा ब्रेक लेके? ऐसे ही पढ़ाई में हमेशा किया करो. Do a 1 hour focus session, 45 minutes to 1 hour focus session, then take a 5-10 minute break. It's very good for your health, mental, physical, all of it. Wash your face, go to the washroom, whatever, and get right back to it. बहुत ज्यादा एनर्जी के साथ कर सकते हो. If you can, literally just close your eyes, sit for 5 minutes. बहुत एनर्जी आती है. चलो, next question करते हैं. Refreshing, absolutely. Yeah, it is 7:09 exactly, and अगला सवाल शुरू करते हैं. Solid fuel used in a rocket is mixture of Fe2O3 and aluminium in a ratio 1:2. अच्छा, ये है 2023 का सवाल है. 2022, 23, I'll have to check. The heat evolved kilojoule per gram of the mixture. Interesting question. Can be done very quickly, but थोड़ा ध्यान रखिए. यहाँ पे दो चीजें दी गई है. Solid fuel का रेशियो है 1:2. टाइम शुरू हो गया. चलो टाइम फिर से शुरू कर. डोंट वरी. ओके. एंड द हीट इवॉल्व पर ग्राम ऑफ द मिक्सचर निकालना है. बट ये निकालने के लिए हाउ डू डू दिस यू नीड टू गेट डेल्टा एच ऑफ रिएक्शन इन टर्म्स ऑफ फॉर्मेशन. एंड फॉर्मेशन में क्या है? फॉर्मेशन मतलब कि 1 मोल ऑन LHS, सॉरी RHS, राइट. ये दोनों आइडियाज हैं. ध्यान से करने वाली चीज है. बहुत बाकी चीजें दी हुई हैं. शैल वी ट्राई दिस? हरी बोल भवेश. लेट्स स्टार्ट. शैल वी ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन आउट? I'll give you 45 seconds to it. It's okay if थोड़ा और टाइम लगता है. Okay. The first thing you need to do is to figure out यार ये reaction क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. And you have seen this reaction before in life. Yeah. Aluminium removes iron from its solution और खुद चला जाता है. तो solution नहीं मतलब solid है ना. Solid state में reaction होता है. It's crazy, scary. बहुत ज्यादा heat निकलती है. वही heat कितनी निकलती है बोल रहा है. But it's asking to find out heat released per gram, not per mole, per gram. Per gram of what? This mixture 1:2 है ना. और डेल्टा H नॉट F फॉर्मेशन आपको दो अलग चीजों की दी गई है. इसको ट्राई करके देखो. या वी आर स्टार्टिंग दिस ऑफ विद अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन. इस सवाल में थोड़ा टाइम लग सकता है. आई एग्री. बट स्टार्ट करके देखो. ट्राई इट आउट एंड वील डू दिस टुगेदर. इट्स ओके अगर यू हैवंट ऑलरेडी डन इट. ट्राई इट आउट. आई विल गिव यू से 30 मोर सेकंड्स. यस भवेश, यही तो यूज करना है यहाँ पे. आपने यू हैव हिट द नेल ऑन द हेड. You have to use the idea of ratio and proportion. It's as simple as that. Just stoichiometry से सवाल कर सकते हैं आप. The only part from thermochemistry you need to use is the fact that delta H naught F का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of delta H naught F? By definition, this means that you're forming 1 mole on the RHS on the right hand side. Yeah. हाँ, right to education जी. हमको मालूम है. I was literally the first one on the internet to make a video on this morning at 8:30. Well, I don't know if I was the first person on the internet, but among, whatever, check it out. We've done a video. I woke up and read the newspaper Times of India, and उसमें front page पे बीच में लिखा हुआ था कि JEE is going to be lighter this year. I'm like, अरे वाह. We did a video on that. You can check it out, and sure, once the syllabus is reduced, we'll talk about it. अभी के लिए, let's talk about thermochemistry. Solve this question. Yuvraj, you are amazing. Focusing on the answer. 4 kilojoule per mole per gram, not mole. Okay. Yeah. Right to education जी. 3 बार बोलने से it is not going to become untrue. और अभी नहीं पता चल जाएगा. सवाल करो सॉल्व. भवेश जी बोल रहे हैं 4.4. ओके, ठीक है. इन दोनों की बातें हम लिख लेते हैं. They are both pretty close to each other. अरे धन्यवाद मेरे दोस्त. बट इट्स नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट इफ आई एम फर्स्ट. इट्स जस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन. आप लोग न्यूज पढ़ लो. अभी लेट्स फोकस ऑन द एक्शन, द सॉल्यूशन, राइट, ऑफ दैट व्हाटएवर दैट वाज. सवाल सॉल्व करो. लेट्स सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. Bro, I'm going to put you in a timeout if you keep spamming that. This is the first and the last time I'm telling you this. If you keep spamming that, you're going into timeout. What's the next idea or the first idea? Couple of you have given me the answer. कैसे करें इसको? Reaction पहले लिख लो. As Bhavesh said, what you need to do, hold on. What you need to do is you need to basically write this down and then figure out reaction stoichiometry. Okay, वो जरूरी है that you balance the reaction. ये reaction balance नहीं लग रहा है मुझे, तो let's do that. put a 2 behind aluminum, put a 2 behind Fe, and you're sorted. Is that it? Yeah, yeah. It just so happens that iron is forming its +3 state, aluminum also is in its +3 state. So we are good, we are golden, this works. Okay. All cool, right? I'm just checking. मुझे लगा कि I nicked the mic a little bit. Okay, yeah, audio still good. Okay, ठीक है. Once you do this, what's the next step? देखो ध्यान से, ये है RHS में, ये है LHS में. हाई, इससे क्या मतलब है? देखो, by definition delta H F naught is कि 1 mole on RHS और ये है LHS में. मतलब कि ये हो जाएगा, इसकी वैल्यू हो जाएगी नेगेटिव, इसकी रिमेन करेगी पॉजिटिव. आई नो आई एम स्किपिंग अ स्टेप, बट दैट्स ऑल यू नीड टू डू. वो डेफिनेशन हम लोग को याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. विद दिस यू कैन फिगर इट आउट. खैर, बट करना क्या है, एक सेकेंड. ये 2:1 रेशियो में क्या है? देखो, बैलेंस्ड है. व्हेन यू बैलेंस इट, इट सो हैपेंस कि 2:1 रेशियो में ही होता है. लेट्स डबल चेक दैट. दिस इज द एग्जैक्ट रेशियो. आई नो न्यू क्वेश्चन में दिया है 1:2, हियर इज 2:1, बट ध्यान से देखो ना यार, 1:2 is Fe2O3 is to Al. यहाँ पे 2:1 is Al is to Fe2O3. ठीक है? We are doing really well all this while till now. Delta H reaction क्या होगा? देखो, delta H naught F of Al2O3 क्योंकि वो RHS में ही था, तो this is positive minus delta H naught F of Al2O3. क्यों? क्योंकि ये LHS में, and by definition delta H naught F is on the RHS. That's how you form this. Yes, Bhavesh, I have written down your answer. Good job. Let's see. Okay. After you do this, the value that you get from this calculation is negative 860 joule, kilojoule. Oh, बहुत बड़ा value है. Negative 860 kilojoule, huge value. Okay. Now, from here, this is not the answer. You need to find out the heat evolved per gram of the mixture. What mixture? 2:1 ratio of Fe2O3 and aluminum. Aluminum के 2 मोल यानी कि 54 ग्राम, right? And Fe2O3 का 1 यानी कि कितना होगा इसका? Let's do the math, right? 56 into 2 plus 48. How much is that, guys? जल्दी से बताओ. 56 into 2 plus 48. 160, right? Okay. 160 and 54. That's 214. Yeah. So 214 gram is the mass that gives you 860 kilojoule. हमको निकालना है. Just going to erase your names here because यहाँ पे आने वाला है next वाला part. Okay. Is going to be 860 by 214, which is exactly 4 kilojoule. Bhavesh, just check your calculation एक बार फिर से. Yeah, I have a feeling कि कहीं पे कुछ ना कुछ मैथ में गड़बड़ी हो गई, but good job on getting close to this. Good job on getting close to this. ठीक है, Yuvraj said 4. Lovely answer, Yuvraj. Good job. Anshuman, first and last time, bro. Talk about thermodynamics or you get put on a timeout. ठीक है? All right. So this is the answer to this. Any doubts? कोई doubts है तो पूछ लो. I don't mind explaining again. There was not much to do here. You just had to be careful about what is the question asking for. And then going ahead from there and backtracking ki acha. Let's get the straightforward thing out of the way first. What is the straightforward thing? Let's go ahead and find out the total energy evolved. Fancy way of saying कि भाई कितनी heat निकल रही है इसमें से, right? For this mass of mixture, for this mixture. Okay, 2:1 ratio में इतना है. ठीक है. अगर 2:1 है, then इतना हुआ. Then you need to say per gram में कितना है. Think about this. Per gram, guys. Per gram 4 kilojoule. That's a lot of energy. Where have you seen this before? That's great, Rick. Yeah, Anushka, good that you understand. Where have you seen this before? कहीं पहले आपने देखा ये चीज? Yeah, have you heard of this anywhere before in life generally? This looks very similar to the thermite reaction. Does it not? हाँ या ना? सोच के बताओ. सोच के बताओ. Yeah, Anshuman, not being harsh, dude. It's just that I feel that we will do other people a disservice if we talk about things that are other than, well, thermodynamics, right? That's why. Khair, by the way, mere piche, if you see, there is a YouTube session link. I'll give this to you in the notes, right? So when you click on the notes, you can come back to the video and just, for agar kuch check karna ho to. All right, cool. It is thermite reaction. Yes, Uday. All right. वही रिएक्शन है जो था ना, Fe2O3 और एल्यूमिनियम के साथ रिएक्ट करके वो सॉलिड इतनी हीट निकलती है दैट व्हाट यू गेट इज मोल्टन और इट फॉल्स डाउन. इसी से आप वो उसको क्या बोलते हैं, वो जो आयरन गर्डल्स होते हैं ना ट्रेन में, ट्रेन का जो पटरी होती है उसको जोड़ने के लिए इसको यूज करते हैं. बहुत ब्यूटीफुल रिएक्शंस है इसको ऑनलाइन ऑन दिस आइडिया. लेट्स गो ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. 0.3 gram of ethane undergoes combustion at 27 degrees Celsius in a bomb calorimeter. Lota ji kaha gaye? Complex Lota was saying that bomb calorimeter kariye. We started this session with bomb calorimeter. Bomb calorimeter simply means you fix the volume, that is QV. बस यही तो है, कुछ fancy चीज नहीं है. 0.3 gram of ethane undergoes combustion in a bomb calorimeter. The temperature of the system, including the water, is found to rise by 0.5 degrees Celsius. इस प्रोसेस में कितनी हीट निकलेगी at constant pressure? So there are two things happening here. Okay, bomb calorimeter मतलब constant volume and constant pressure मतलब QP. And you know that there is a relationship between both of these in the form of delta NGRT. That's the difference between these two. यही करना है बस. पूरे सिस्टम का you have been given the heat capacity, you have been given R की value, atomic masses दिए. Why do you need atomic masses? देखो, what you will calculate, अच्छा कुछ heat निकली, but वो कितने mass की heat निकली? You need to figure that out. That heat that you get, this QV is by some mass, but you need to convert to moles, because for QP you need to figure out the unit of per mole. थोड़ा जल्दी हो गया क्या? Don't worry, I'll explain this in detail. But अभी के लिए N is 0.01. Okay, N is 0.01 says Izos and तुरंत retract कर दिया. ठीक है यार, कर लेंगे. आदित्य जी प्रणाम. All right, shall we try and solve it? A diabetic, says Shiva. Hi Muskan, how you doing? Good evening. Shall we try this question out? I'm going to give you 45 seconds to solve it, because in the paper, ideally, this is the time it should take. अगर उससे ज्यादा टाइम लग रहा है कोई टेंशन नहीं है, ले लो जितना टाइम लेना है. ठीक है, try this question out. N is 0.01. Let me think about it. Yeah, sure bro. 0.01 हो सकता है, होगा जरूर. My laziness tells me कि चीजें कैंसिल आउट हो जाएंगी, इसीलिए आई एम श्योर यू आर राइट. आप बोल रहे हैं 0.01 होगा शायद 0.01, बट यू मे नॉट हैव टू मेक दैट कैलकुलेशन. यू विल सी चीजें कैंसिल आउट हो जाएंगी. ठीक है, शैल आई सॉल्व इट फॉर यू और एम आई वेटिंग फॉर यू गाइस टू सॉल्व इट? आई डोंट माइंड वेटिंग. आई हैव गॉट ऑल द टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड. जो आप बोले वो करेंगे. यू वांट मी टू वेट और शैल आई गो अहेड एंड सॉल्व इट? लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट्स. आई एम हियर. Oh wow, the camera catches that. That's awesome. Yeah, Sunday kind of mood, huh? Let me give you hints along the way while you're trying to solve it. QV, क्योंकि bomb calorimeter मतलब है हमने volume fix कर दिया. And you need to find out the heat evolved during combustion of ethane at constant pressure, which is QP, which is the same as delta H. This is the same as delta E. ठीक है? That is what I'm writing down here as well on the other side, on the exact other side. ठीक है? And you know this expression, delta H. Wow, Yuvraj, on fire. Okay, Yuvraj ji bol rahe hain. Let's write that down. Everybody who gives me an answer is going to get their name written on this PPT forever and ever and ever. Okay, okay, cool. And it doesn't matter agar answer sahi hai ki galat hai. तुम attempt करोगे, I will reward that attempt with this number here that you guys are writing. Okay, okay, 58. Shiva. Raja is saying 58. ठीक है. Cool. Lot of answers. Lot of answers. Let's see. Let's see. Chalo. That means I think we can go ahead and solve this. Delta H is delta U plus NGRT. May I suggest Izos and Shiva? You're most welcome, Rai. बहुत मजा आ रहा है मुझे करने में. It's good that this is helping you as well. I hope it's helping you. Shiva, Raja and Izos, I would suggest that you check your units. Just check your units थोड़ा सा. ठीक है? I'll solve the question and you'll see what I mean. थोड़ा सा यूनिट चेक करो. देखो, what is the overall reaction? This one right here. You've got ethane, ethane या ethene, ethane, यानी कि CN H2N. N क्या है? 2. So C2 H 2 into 2 plus 2 यानी कि 6. 4 plus 2 6. Okay. यार ये तो बैलेंस नहीं है. पहली चीज, you know what you've got to do. You got a balance, right? कॉमन हो जाएंगे इसके 2, इसके हो जाएंगे 3, and 3 plus 4 is 7, so 7 by 2. Right? So let's write that down. 2, 3 and 7 by 2. Why do you need to balance? Because only if you balance will be able to get delta Ng, which is the main thing right now. Delta Ng की वैल्यू हो गई -5 by 2. -5 by 2. Yeah? Single bond. Okay, interesting. O2x plus y by 4. Raja ji, एक सजेशन है, ये सब मत करो यार, प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज, बिकॉज ये एक्स्ट्रा चीज दिमाग में रखने की है, x+y/4, क्यों क्यों, जरूरत नहीं है। देखो यार, केमिस्ट्री में आएंगे 25 सवाल, 25 क्वेश्चंस, यू डोंट नीड टू मडल योर माइंड विद दीज इक्वेशंस, यू कैन फिगर दिस आउट। इन फैक्ट, अगर जल्दी में, एंड आई हैव सीन दिस हैपन, इट्स हैपेंड टू मी, आई एम नॉट सेइंग दिस हैपेंस टू टॉपर्स और डजंट हैपन टू दिस गाय, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस दिस। जितना तुम मग करने की कोशिश करोगे एग्जाम में, समटाइम्स यू जस्ट ब्लैंक आउट, इसलिए आई सजेस्ट डू इट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल्स, and it's possible to do it from first principles. I believe in this. I have always done it. Okay, and इसलिए आपको बोल रहा हूं आप कर सकते हैं. If it answer works out for you, do it यार. But मेरा एक suggestion है बस. भवेश जी, पढ़ाई करिए. I mean this in the nicest way. How else do we get out of this, right? खैर, let's do this question. -5/2 is delta NGRT, right? Negative number मैं यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ फिर से. तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ मोल्स किसी ने बोला था 0.1 है, हो सकता है 0.01 हो, या 0.3 डिवाइडेड मोलर मास ऑफ दिस, मोलर मास तो 30 ग्राम पर मोल है, राइट, 24 + 6, हो सकता है 0.01 हो. एनीवे, डेल्टा यू इज सी डेल्टा टी डिवाइडेड बाय द नंबर ऑफ मोल्स. दिस पार्ट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, इसलिए बोल रहा हूं यूनिट्स का ध्यान रखो. सी की वैल्यू है 20, दिस इज सी राइट हियर, ओके. डेल्टा टी इज 5, नहीं 0.5, देखो बहुत छोटा है डेल्टा, मतलब कि delta U is also going to be tiny, right? Oh, doesn't seem very tiny. It seems pretty big, huh? -1000 kilojoule per mole, because this tiny amount was for 0.01 mole, as our friend rightly pointed out, right? So you take this up to the other side and you get 1000 kilojoule per mole. Yeah, that's a crazy big. अरे नहीं यार, सॉरी मत बोलो राजा, मैं तो बस ऐसे ही फंडा दे रहा था यार. राजा, if you're able to solve something with that, go ahead and do it. मेरा, the reason I was asking you not to do it, because जरूरत नहीं है, यहां पे जरूरत नहीं है. If there was something for you to remember, I will tell you my opinion. अगर उसके बावजूद भी you feel it's easy to do, करो यार, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. The focus is to get the marks in the exam, right? If it's happening, it's happening. अच्छी बात है. मेरे हिसाब से उसमें टेंशन नहीं होगी, एक्स्ट्रा याद नहीं रखनी पड़ेगी. Anyway, all right, absolutely lovely. We will figure it out together. तो ये है डेल्टा यू की वैल्यू. नाउ यू हैव डेल्टा एनजीआरटी ऑल्सो. सो डेल्टा एच इज गोइंग टू बी दिस -1000 प्लस दिस. अब देखो, दिस वैल्यू इज टाइनी, इट इज टाइनी. टेक अ कैलकुलेटर एंड फिगर दिस आउट. कितना मिलता है इसको, करते हैं हम लोग. लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर. -5/2, नेगेटिव छोड़ दो, बाद में देख लेंगे. 5/2 प्लस 5/2 इंटू 8.3 इंटू 300 डिवाइडेड बाई 1000. ये डिवाइडेड बाई 1000 अगर आप ना करो ना तो लाइफ हो जाती है मुश्किल. Why did I divide it by 1000, guys? Why did I divide it by 1000? Guys, देखो, ये R की वैल्यू इज जूल पर केल्विन, ये है किलो जूल. ध्यान से देखो, इसकी यूनिट है किलो जूल, मतलब ये पूरी चीज की यूनिट है किलो जूल. ओके, सिंस दिस इज जूल पर केल्विन, आई नीड टू डिवाइड बाय 1000 एंड हेंस आई गेट दिस. ठीक है, एंड दिस इज व्हाई आई सेड बी केयरफुल. ओ, इजॉज ने टेम्परेचर 273.5 ले लिया. अच्छा, इंटरेस्टिंग. अच्छा, यहाँ पे 27 डिग्री सेल्सियस लिखा है ना, यू टुक इट एज 0. अच्छा, ठीक है, हो सकता है. जनरली थर्मोकेमिस्ट्री में या तो 25 डिग्री या तो 27 डिग्री ही होगा. रूम टेम्परेचर पे रिएक्शंस होते हैं. ठीक है, दैट्स व्हाई. ओके केशव, बिकॉज द कंजंक्शन, व्हाट आर वी सेइंग हियर? तो दिस नंबर इज 6.225. ओके, which means ki this is 1006. That's the answer. The other folks who gave us two different answers, Raja and Izos, do you guys see kahan pe humne thoda sa aage piche kar diya tha? Yeah, do you see that? मुझे लगता है कि we forgot to put this 1000 here. If you don't put that, then you get a very, नहीं यार, तब भी नहीं आता है, उसको 1000 हटा दो तो 6000 आ जाता है, तब तो और भी बड़ा. I'm not sure what we did to get that. Yeah, right. I'm taking all the time in life to explain. लोग generally थोड़ा जल्दी से ऊपर चले जाते हैं. That's not my focus. Let's do one question. Let's do it properly so that with that concept तुम कुछ भी solve कर सकते हो. That's my goal. Those are the kind of questions I picked for you. Are we all right? Yeah. -1006. Oh, you missed delta n. अच्छा नित्याश्री. Okay. No problem. I'll go over the पूरा question का idea एक बार फिर से. ठीक है? That was a little crowded, right? कुछ नहीं है अभी. Just listen to what I'm saying. This is QV. This is QP. First thing to recognize. Second thing to recognize is QP equal to QV plus delta Ng RT. That is second thing. Okay. Third thing, balance reaction. When you balance reaction, find delta Ng. Fourth thing, use the equation. This delta H equal delta U plus delta Ng RT. This is same as QP. This is same as QV. और क्या बचा भाई? कुछ नहीं. The only thing in this between these steps is कि when you find out delta U, this is C delta T divided by moles. Okay, which means you use this here. बस, that's it. ठीक है? Cool. Oh, Bhavesh, you are a hero, bro. Bhavesh, you are a hero. Am I going fast or do you want me to speed up, Rajiv? Either way, let me know. Okay, sweet. Let's go on to the next question. अगले सवाल में जाते हैं. Consider the following data. Heat of combustion is this thing. Heat of combustion is अच्छा. तो तीन है heat of combustion. This one is a little bit more direct. I'm mixing it up. एक थोड़ा सा लंबा question, एक थोड़ा सा simple सा question. देखो, सब JEE main के ही सवाल हैं. Okay. Heat of formation of this is what. The reason why students get stuck in this is because they try and mug too many things. राजा इसलिए मैं बोला था इतना मग करने की कोशिश मत करो. जो simple चीजें हैं वो मग करो. क्या मग करो? Mug that heat of combustion means 1 mole on LHS. Mug that heat of formation means 1 mole on RHS. ठीक है? Try करो. 45 seconds देता हूँ. 45 seconds to solve it. 30 में भी कर सकते हो, but try it out. Try it out. I'm great, Anvesh. How are you doing? Good evening. Yeah, Keshav, कर रहे हो? Bhavesh, it's amazing that you're solving it in grade 10. But I think कर सकते हैं. You can do this in grade 10. Absolutely. This is one of those things that doesn't require that much of a crazy prerequisite. Yeah, I think you can do it. Good job. Good job, Bhavesh. Because you've already done gas laws. You've done the states of matter in 9th, I think. Right? PV equal to nRT. You've done all that. So that's all right. It's all right. How's this question looking? Solve कर रहे हो? Use a calculator. It's okay. JEE में भी देते हैं ना ऑन स्क्रीन कैलकुलेटर सिंपल कैलकुलेशन. करो करो. Are we solving this? Would you like me to give you the solution? How's the room? How are you all doing? So I have a feeling that some of you are a little bit scared of this whole maths thing, this whole thermochemistry thing. मेरा goal is to drive that fear away. Okay? So कोई भी doubt है, जितना भी straightforward लगे, please ask in the chat. I'm here to help you. You are benefiting from the fact that ये live हो रहा है. आपके maybe most of your friends are going to be watching this not live and they don't have the luxury to be asking these doubts. तो जो भी दिमाग में पूछ लो. Seriously. हलवा question 279. हलवा तो हमें भी बहुत पसंद है भाई. हलवे दिए जाए क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में तो भाई मजा ही आ जाए. भवेश बोल रहे हैं 279. ठीक है. केशव 278. अच्छा राजा, उससे पहले राजा भी बोले 278. राजा बोले. अनुष्का इज ऑल्सो सेइंग दिस. अन्वेश, सॉरी अनुष्का, messed up your name. अनुष्का, अन्वेश are all saying 278. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, युवराज is also at 278. चलो लगता है सब लोग ने फिगर आउट कर लिया है. भवेश थोड़ा सा बदलना पड़ेगा, but otherwise you're good, bro. Like very close, right? 279 is what you said, right? So what did I tell you? The main basis was 1 mole on LHS means combustion. 1 mole on RHS means formation. अभी निकालना क्या है? निकालना है क्या? लिख लो. ये निकालना है फॉर्मेशन, तो इसका इक्वेशन है ये. अब इसको तो करना पड़ेगा बैलेंस. इसमें डाल देते हैं 1, 2, 3 and half. And I don't care for this. And why do I not care for this? Because इसका डेल्टा H फॉर्मेशन 0 होगा, है ना? Yes, 0 ही होगा. In fact, not formation, sorry. Delta H combustion will be 0, right? इसलिए मैं ऑक्सीजन के बारे में केयर नहीं करूंगा. Why am I talking about combustion? Because देखो क्वेश्चन में तो combustion की बात हो रही है, so जाहिर है oxygen is not going to matter at all in this. Do you see that? Do you want me to repeat that as to why I have cancelled out this amazing equation here? Yeah? Or this is okay? Oops, hold on. Reset कहाँ हो गया? Anyway, hold on. Let me get back to the chat. Yeah, 278. Lovely. Hey, Swastika, how are you doing? Were you taking our sessions from the grade 9-10 channel? Yeah? Correct. Absolutely right. Rec is also saying 278. Lovely. ठीक है. Once you do this, life is very easy. Write 2, 3 and 1 mole because that's exactly what they are. And what do you need to do? I need to ये 1 mole LHS में LHS मतलब I add up both of these plus plus and subtract this and make sure stoichiometric coefficient so यानी कि 2 of C, 3 of this and 1 of this. बस भाई हो गया. तो 3, 2 and 1 add these both and subtract. देखो अब मैं पूरा इक्वेशन लिख भी नहीं रहा हूं. आई एम नॉट राइटिंग दैट द होल थिंग. इसमें क्या होता है लाइक इन द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आई डोंट एवरीथिंग बट नाउ आई डोंट हैव टू. नाउ आई डोंट हैव टू. राइट. जस्ट राइट दीस डाउन, पुट द नंबर्स and guys don't worry, don't take notes, just solve these questions. देखो these beautifully written things are going to come to you on Telegram. Okay, take it and इसको जो तुम जहां शेयर करना है करो, जो करना है करो. ठीक है. This is the answer and you round it up to 278. ठीक है. Cool. All right, let's go on to the next question. Bhavesh, quite close. Good attempt. Yeah. Oh, great, Bhavesh. Good to know. This is practically physics, right? ठीक है. चलो. Thermodynamics दोनों जगह है. अगला सवाल देखा जाए. ये वाला भी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. H2 plus O2 gives 2OH. H2 plus half O2. क्यों पढ़ रहा हूं भाई? देख लो तुम लोग, पढ़ लो. 4 इक्वेशन है. X का निकालना है. X marks the spot. इस रिएक्शन का क्या होगी वैल्यू? I don't have much to explain here, do I? Try it out, guys. Yeah. Now, इसमें tricks नहीं है. This you have to go the hard way, which is actually you can figure it out, right? You've got 1 mole on RHS of both of these. You got 1 mole of LHS of this, and make sure थोड़ा सा jugglery करके figure out कर सकते हैं. 45 seconds. Try it out. Time starts now. Yeah. All right. Excellent. You guys did really well. One reaction you neglect. Which one, Raja? I like it, Raja. But तुम solve करो. You solve. You tell me afterwards which one you ditched. केशव जी, डिस्क्रिप्शन में जाइए. डिस्क्रिप्शन में हमारा टेलीग्राम है. I am also here. If you're not able to follow something, ping me on this. But again, this is not official. This is my personal telegram, right? If you have any doubts, I can help you out. The official ones in the description below. Yeah. Subscribe है वो सब. Aakash JEE, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Aakash JEE. 499, Yuvraj. Okay. Oops. लग रहा है टाइम खत्म हो रहा है. अटक गया PPT. Oh my God! Don't crash, guys. Don't crash. Oh my God, my presentation is crashing, bro. बैठ गया. Right when I was telling you I'm going to give you guys my notes, it looks like there is another plan that these guys have. It's crashing, it's crashed, bro. Oh no, all those annotations are gone, dude. So it's a good thing मैं पहले से लिख के आता हूं. मैंने जो ऊपर येलो कलर से लिखा वो चला गया, बट जो पीछे लिखा हो वो सब है. चलो, थैंक गॉड. हाँ. रुको, कौन सा सवाल था? ये वाला सवाल था. Let's go back to it. Yeah, fun time, sir. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Yeah. Swastika, it's all right. My voice also crashing and crashed. अच्छा. Yeah, looks like हमारे लैपटॉप दोस्त is getting hot. बहुत गर्म हो गए हैं हमारे लैपटॉप साहब. Yeah. चलो. PowerPoint sometimes, guys, what to do? 499. Okay. Swastika, Nitya Shri, a lot of you are saying 499. Let me write that down. I'm going to just write Nitya here. Nitya, Anushka, और कौन है? I see a few people on top as well. Yuvraj and Bhavesh and a few more people, a lot of people. Surendra, all of you saying 499. मतलब होगा 499. Straightforward question, right? How do I do this? One? LHS, RHS. I will do it my way. It's not my way. It's just the way you would do it, common sense way, right? LHS यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पे RHS पे है. ठीक है? यहाँ पे RHS, यहाँ पे RHS, but by 2. Why by 2? क्योंकि देखो यहाँ पे है 1 H, यहाँ पे है 2 H. ठीक है? Similarly here LHS, but here RHS, here RHS, but by 2 क्योंकि यहाँ पे है 2 OH और मुझे चाहिए सिर्फ 1 OH. Okay, 1 OH. Cool. That's it. Now, so I don't need this reaction. So Raja was absolutely right. एक हम लोग ignore कर देंगे. That was this reaction. So delta H reaction is simply third one by 2 plus first one by 2 minus 2. व्हाट इज थर्ड वन एंड ऑल? अरे यार ये दिस इज 1 2 3 4, ठीक है, दीज आर योर रिएक्शन. हाउ कैन आई बी श्योर? जस्ट आई विल जस्ट चेक, एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ जस्ट चेकिंग ऑल एवरीथिंग, राइट? LHS में है 3 में से हाफ ऑफ H2. ओके ग्रेट. 1 में से हाफ ऑफ H2 और हाफ ऑफ O2. चेक. ओके. एंड 2 में से H2O. 2 में से, हाँ, इसको रिवर्स किया तो H2O एज इट इज आ गया. ठीक है, परफेक्ट. RHS में क्या है? H प्लस OH, और ये दोनों चीजें जो कैंसिल हो जाती हैं, ये हो गया कैंसिल इससे, ये हो गया कैंसिल इससे. सो बचा क्या? फटा पोस्टर निकला हीरो, which is what is a hero? This guy right here. Right? That's the reaction I get. So we have just checked it, and then उसके बाद तो सिंपल है 490 किलोजूल पर मोल. चलो let's go to the next one. अगले वाले में चलते हैं. Excellent, excellent युवराज. Thank you for sharing that with the rest of the team. Let's go on to the next one. ये वाला देखो doable है. Enthalpy of formation of CCl4, H2O, CO2, HCl दी हुई है. Magnitude of enthalpy of reaction. यार ये सवाल तो बहुत डायरेक्ट लग रहे हैं. अभी तक हमने शुरुआत वाले किए थोड़े ट्रिकी थे, ये तो बहुत डायरेक्ट लग रहे हैं. खैर, ट्राई इट आउट. आपको दिए हुए हैं फॉर्मेशन सबके, आपको रिएक्शन का निकालना है, राइट? फॉर्मेशन मतलब 1 मोल RHS. तो ये RHS वाले होंगे पॉजिटिव, LHS वाले होंगे नेगेटिव. देयर इज योर हिंट. ट्राई इट आउट, ट्राई इट आउट. व्हाट्स अप कृष्णा, हाउ यू डूइंग? ट्राई इट आउट, ट्राई इट आउट. What did I write with the yellow thing? Did I write anything important? I don't think so. जो मैंने इंपॉर्टेंट लिखना पहले से लिख चुका था मैं. खैर, ट्राई करो, ट्राई करो, ट्राई करो. This one also doable, just like the last one, right? The stream is running fine, I hope. थोड़ा सा क्रैश वैश किया तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बट स्ट्रीम तो ठीक चल रही है ना. हाँ, स्ट्रीम इज ओके. स्वीट 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 स्वीट. Maybe that's why it crashed, because this stream is also running for some reason. Okay, anyway, time's up. Here's the question फिर से. It's okay. कोई टाइम वाइम अप नहीं है, चिल है. बताओ, कर सकते हो ना? अरे आप लोग सब लोग इतने मुझे आंसर दिए. भवेश जी, नित्या, नित्यश्री, विजय, सुरेंद्र, स्वास्तिका. इस वाले में दो प्लीज. इजोज, इजोज. देखो, बी केयरफुल अबाउट द साइन. साइन देना पड़ेगा. युवराज, इजोज, ओके गुड, थैंक यू, बट बी केयरफुल अबाउट द साइन. डन. केशव, आंसर तो बताइए, आंसर तो बताइए. इजोज इज सेइंग 173. युवराज, हाँ, यहाँ पे कुछ लिखने वाला है. समथिंग गोना कम देयर. I'm just going to write as UV, the great cricketer, right? As negative 179. Bhavesh is going at 173, not out. It was someone's high score, right? Lot of you are here. चाहिए? चलो 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 चलो. Some folks correcting the answer. Raja is in disbelief, saying, यार 473 कैसे आया? राजीव, क्या हुआ बताइए. चलो हेल्प करते हैं लोगों को. युवराज, negative 173. Awesome, awesome, awesome. देखो यार, राजा एंड राजीव, 1 मोल RHS मतलब फॉर्मेशन, मतलब कि अगर RHS में है तो होगा पॉजिटिव, LHS में होगा तो होगा नेगेटिव. बस, दैट्स ऑल. दैट्स द ओनली थिंग यू गॉट टू कीप इन माइंड. ओके, देन यू राइट इट डाउन, है ना? ये पूरा कहानी लिखो. अच्छा, 1 ऑफ दिस प्लस 4 ऑफ दिस, है ना, -2 ऑफ दिस प्लस 1 ऑफ दिस. देन यू मेक श्योर यार ध्यान से लिखो मैं क्या बोलूं, राइट? आ रहा है भवेश? ब्यूटिफुल, ब्यूटिफुल. यस नित्यश्री, एब्सोल्युटली. इट्स negative 173 एंड नॉट प्लस 173. 179 नहीं है. राजीव एंड राजा जी, देखा कहां पे हो गई गड़बड़ी? मे बी यू गाइज डिड नॉट डू दिस प्लस माइनस थिंग, या फिर हो सकता है एक तरफ लेफ्ट को राइट कर दिया. होता है यार, होता है. इसलिए थर्मोकेमिस्ट्री ऑल्दो रियली इजी, गड़बड़ी भी जल्दी से हो सकती है. या 1s4. हाँ यार राजा, दैट्स द थिंग, राइट? इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूं कोई जल्दी नहीं है लाइफ में, कोई फॉर्मूला बग नहीं करना है, ध्यान से करने वाली चीज है. मुंशी जी वाला काम है, लिटरली मुंशी जी वाला काम है. यू नीड टू मेक श्योर यू काउंट ईच एंड एवरी पेनी एंड यू काउंट इट प्रॉपरली. ठीक है, चलो इसका क्या है? negative 173. हाँ, चलो लेट्स गो ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन. 28 लीटर ऑफ CO2 is produced on complete combustion of 16.8 liter gaseous mixture of ethene, and methane. Ethene. एंड मीथेन। अच्छा, इंटरेस्टिंग, ट्राई करो, ट्राई करो। ये वाला सवाल हो सकता है इसमें थोड़ा सा टाइम लग जाए, ले लो टाइम, जितना टाइम लेना है ले लो। हाउ नेगेटिव मेरा पॉजिटिव आया। Elon रिवाइज दैट, डोंट ट्राई एंड मग रिएक्टेंट एंड प्रोडक्ट वाली चीज, डेफिनेशन से जाइए। डेफिनेशन ऑफ फॉर्मेशन मींस प्रोडक्शन और 1 मोल ऑन द आरएचएस, राइट? एंड देन यू सी, अगर आरएचएस में तो प्लस करो, अगर एलएचएस में तो यूनिवर्स रिएक्शन नेगेटिव करो, ठीक है? भवेश, यू आर ऑन द ब्यूटीफुल पाथ भवेश। मेक श्योर यू डू प्री कैलकुलस एंड कैलकुलस, मैथ्स करो ठीक से, बाकी सब आसानी हो जाएगा। एनसीईआरटी का है ये इजॉस, ट्राई करो, ट्राई करो, या ट्राई दिस आउट। आई विल हेल्प यू आउट Elon, let me know in the comments. I'm going to wait for the rest of you guys to do this question. So basically I have some mixture of two gases and मुझे उससे मिल रहा है exactly इतना CO2, so I can get, oh, इतना था CH4 और रेस्ट था मेरे पास C2H4. How? Make sure you do the reaction stoichiometry correctly. चलो, time starts now, take a minute. Elon हो गया? रिएक्टेंट वाले पॉजिटिव लेना था, प्रोडक्ट वाले नेगेटिव लेना था। नहीं यार, दैट लॉजिक, राइट Elon, इट डजंट सिट वेरी वेल विथ मी, बिकॉज लॉजिक बस एक है, हीट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन यानी कि 1 मोल प्रोडक्ट बीइंग फॉर्म, हीट ऑफ रिएक्शन मतलब कि प्रोडक्ट रिएक्टेंट दोनों है, तो जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो पॉजिटिव होंगे हीट फॉर्मेशन के, जो रिएक्टेंट्स हैं वो नेगेटिव होंगे, दैट्स ऑल। बिकॉज आई बाय डेफिनेशन हीट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन इज 1 मोल ऑफ प्रोडक्ट and I'm putting in the reactant side, तो I have to reverse that reaction, है ना? ये आइडिया है। Whether the actual value is positive, that doesn't matter, definition से करो काम, ठीक है? Wow, Yuvraj, okay, Yuvraj giving 847.3 as the answer, and right after that, very close on their heel is Anushka giving 925.22. Oops, अरे कहां गया, टाइम अप हो गया। केशव आंसर बताइए, डन तो बहुत अच्छा है बट आंसर क्या है? अनुष्का saying 925.22 and Yuvraj saying 847.3. I would like a little bit of help from you guys, people who solve questions. Tell us कैसे किया आपने solve? Hey, I've seen you before, Nidhi Piano. I've seen you before. You were in the 10th grade classes, weren't you, back in 2021? Anyway, yeah. Keshav also saying 847.3. Bhavesh is saying something different, similar to what Anushka got, 925. Okay, ठीक है, 925, ठीक है, okay, चलो अभी देखते हैं. I'm going to erase both of these out. I'll put them somewhere else. I'm running out of space. This question is going to take a lot of space, ठीक है? So let's just say what is given to us. Let's note everything down. Temperature, pressure constant है, right? यानी कि any change in number of moles is directly going to be proportional to change in volume. What am I talking about? देखो, this some volume of this is formed. Why? Because number of moles of stuff reacts. Okay, temperature is this, constant pressure दिया हुआ है. So what are the two reactions in question? ये और ये. मैं दोनों को बैलेंस कर देता हूं. Make sure guys कि you write ethene. Okay, this is ethene and not ethane. Okay, forget and not. ene. Okay, ये कर लो. इसके बाद let's take that I have x moles. Why did I write V is proportional to L? Because moles are going to be the same as volume, right? Avogadro's law, right? So if I have x moles of this, I will get the same moles of CO2 formed. Similarly, 16 minus x, क्योंकि है शुरुआत में 16.8 minus x, will give me 2 into 16.8 minus x of CO2. Why? Stoichiometric ratios. भवेश कोई टेंशन नहीं, सही गलत. Your memory is good, Elon. Okay. Sir ki memory. Okay. No, I remember you guys from, no, because I started that channel, right? The 9-10 channel, along with amazing people. Khushbu is also here. Khushbu is teaching you guys maths, na? She was also there in the 9-10 channel when we started that in 2021, October. Khair, anyway. Yeah. सवाल गलत होने कोई टेंशन नहीं है. It's okay. होते रहते हैं. Part of life, bro. सही गलत. खैर. So now I can say very confidently that the total number of moles of CO2 are going to be this plus this, right? And that's how I get X to be 5.6 liters. Once I get that, I get that this is 5.6 and this is 11.2. So from CO2, I backtrack and get, acha, original ethene or methane kitne the? Once I get that, life is easy. What am I doing here? Look, the total heat is going to be N times delta H. N is PV by RT. This is the part that I told you need to know ये वाला चीज for. Okay. Pressure दिया हुआ है. Okay. R you know. Temperature दिया हुआ है. Temperature भी दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. I just need to add both of these up and I need to multiply this whole thing with this whole chap. Okay. P and this is T and this is R. Right? वॉल्यूम्स यहाँ पे इंडिविजुअली हैं, इसको ऐड करो यार, क्या मिलता है? 847.3 इज व्हाट आई गॉट एज वेल. एक्सीलेंट वर्क गाइस, एक्सीलेंट वर्क फॉर यू डूइंग दिस. इसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगता है बट गुड जॉब. हे खुशी, आई हैव सीन यू अराउंड एज वेल. गुड टू सी यू. केशव, you want me to explain? Sure, I will explain again. But excellent work on getting it right, the ones who got it right. Nidhi, I think you एक जीरो आगे पीछे हो गया. भवेश, it's okay, I'll explain. Anushka, I'll explain as well. Hold on. Okay, ठीक है. What is it that you did not follow, Keshav? बताओ मुझे. Okay. पूरा recap. What did we do? I burn this mixture in some ratio. Okay. Total volume is 16.8 liter. Now, volume is proportional to number of moles. क्यों? Because pressure, temperature are constant. Right? So, by PV equal to nRT, what is constant? Let me cancel out the constant stuff. Temperature and pressure. So, the change in volume is the same as change in number of moles. So, which is why मैं वो जो है यहाँ पे पिछले वाले equation में सीधे liter में लिख रहा था. I didn't write moles, I wrote liters, right? If these many liters this forms, those many liters is the products are also going to form. Now, in what ratio? Only a particular ratio will give you this volume of 28 liter of CO2. Then उसके बाद तो direct था. उसके बाद all we did was this whole simple idea that okay, I got the value of X and then though it's 5.6 liter of methane and 11.2 liter of ethene. 5.6 liters into P by RT, right? Times delta H. That's the heat produced by burning methane. Ethene, same cheese, 11.2 into pressure 1 atmosphere divided by R, temperature into delta H. उन दोनों को हमने ऐड किया, मिल गया 847.3. Okay. Last step, Raja. What is the last step? Izod, it's okay. Listen to us. And इसके बाद भी आपको और चाहिए. Good job, Elon. Absolutely. This is very logical thing. Just that थोड़ा ध्यान से करने वाला होता है. Last step, Raja. Which last step? This last step. Yeah. Solving. Neither, Elon. Best way of revision is to read a good book. Yeah. If you're preparing for JEE, the best book is this. Okay. For physical chemistry. For JEE and main and advanced, if you want to focus only on main, Ebbing is also really, really good. Okay. This is for main. This is for main plus advanced. Raja, last step explain. Last step is basically just this. P V by RT, which is number of moles, right? Times delta H. I've just added them both together. Okay. Volume tha 5.6 and 11.2 into V by R, sorry, into HC of CH4 into HC of C2H6, C2H4, पूरी चीज into 1 by 0.083 times 298. ठीक है? Why? तो यही चीज है. ठीक है? All right? युवराज, नहीं भाई, हमने आपको बता दिया. शॉर्ट एक चीज बताई, फोकस ऑन दैट. टाइम लगाओ ना राजीव, टाइम की क्या कमी है? 25 सवाल है भाई एक घंटे में करने के लिए. 25 क्वेश्चन इन 1 आवर. 4 मिनट एक सवाल के लिए. कौन देगा इतना टाइम? एडवांस में तो और भी चिल है, बहुत टाइम है ना? Elon, I'm not going to comment on what everybody else is saying. मेरा एक तरीका है, that works. I'm suggesting it to you because I have your best interest in mind. ठीक है. I'm sure everybody else also suggesting it because they have your best interest in mind. But these books, एक बार आप पढ़ोगे, you'll actually love doing this, right? अगर कोई भी, if you are scared or whatever it is, these are such beautifully written books. It's just amazing. I'm going to write it down again over here. Advanced and main, and this is for main. ठीक है. Let's go on. Let's go on to the next question. ठीक है. Elon, the best way of revision is to read NCERT and then do these PYQs. सारे PYQs करो from 2020 to 2023, and then these extra books that I told you. You don't need all those other books that you mentioned. You don't need any of them. When 600 ml of 0.2 molar HNO3 is mixed with 400 ml of 0.1 molar NaOH solution in a flask, the rise in temperature of the flask is what? अरे finally आ गया neutralization वाला सवाल. Neutralization वाला सवाल. Try करो. We'll talk about these books and all later. एक पहले सवाल कर लेते हैं, then we'll continue our conversation on books. ठीक है? सवाल कर लेते हैं. यहाँ पे एसिड और बेस कर रहे हैं रिएक्ट, and they're reacting in some amount of water. Now this water absorbs the heat and जिसकी वजह से बढ़ जाता है temperature. Now if that happens, it depends on the quantity of heat evolved and the amount of water, right? Divide them both, you get temperature. यही है आइडिया, है ना? ट्राई करते हैं. Thanks Keshav, thank you. Oh, that's awesome Bhavesh, that's great. Shall we try this out? Yeah? Yuvraj, those books are great, right? But मेरा focus है your return on investment. Solve subjective questions. And test के लिए you do MCQs. Test जितना लेना है, you keep taking test. Every week you take test. But when you are learning, solve subjective questions. बहुत जरूरी है. ठीक है? चलो. NCERT exemplar, PYQs, then the books that I mentioned. All right, try this out. I have no idea what that means, but all right. Great, thank you. Take a minute, solve this one. ये वाला सवाल try करते हैं. Try करो please. Shiva, 54. Raja, sorry. Raja says 54. Okay. Quick. Vijay, Anushka, I mean. I love it. I love how quick you guys are. Yuvraj also saying the same thing. जब तक हम कर रहे थे टाइम पास, लोगों ने कर दिया सॉल्व. अरे मजा आ गया, इतने लोग. Yeah. Excellent. It's a very doable question. Exactly what I'm trying to prove to you. Thermochemistry is very doable. And trust me, just go on any site and see, yaar, har saal, every paper, they've been asking thermochemistry questions. And these are the questions I've got for you. Okay, let's go ahead. 54 point dash. Elon bhai. ठीक है. Easy question. What is neutralization? H plus OH minus gives you water. Okay. So millimole of acid कितने हैं? Millimole of base कितने हैं? That is what we are going to find out. What is millimole? This is how I like doing things. Take the molarity, multiply it with milliliter, you get millimole, which is just 10 power minus 3 mole. Life is easier like that. बार बार हजार कहाँ लिखोगे? ठीक है. 600 into 0.2, 1200 हो गया. एक 10 हटा दो, 120 millimole. This is 40 millimole, which means 40 millimole of water is formed, right? 40 millimole of water is formed. Okay. What is the mass? What is the mass? What is the mass? 40 millimole तो बहुत छोटा हो गया ना. The mass of water is 1000 gram, and I have ditched the 40 millimole of water formed. 40 millimole of water कितना होगा यार? Think about it. 40 millimole. Let's do 40 into 10 power minus 3. Okay. Into 18. Right? Whatever that may be. It's very, very small quantity. बहुत छोटा quantity है. But it may be some small number. Let's just keep that there. So that water also is there, but for now I'm neglecting it because it's very small. Okay. ठीक है. Let's see. Delta H is 40 by 1000 into 57 into 10 power 3. 40 millimole is required to find delta H. I have incorporated for the milli part over here. ठीक है. This heat is what raises the temperature of the water. MS delta T वाला formula use करो. S is 4.2. M is 1000 gram, right? Because density of water, I haven't written this, but you know this already. Rho is equal to 1 gram per cc. Do this, and yes, with this calculation, what do you get? 54 point something, right? 54.26 was the right answer. Excellent work. Excellent work. Doubt है तो पूछो धनुष. If it's related to thermochemistry पूछो. Otherwise ping me on I teach chem. Yeah. All right. Cool. Vraj. Hey Vraj. Is this Ted? From Discord? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. 54.26 आंसर हो that one. अगला वाला सवाल करते हैं. ये वाला बहुत डायरेक्ट है दोस्तों. Very direct question. An athlete is given. Namaste UV ji. Ted. An athlete is given 100 gram of glucose C6H12. अरे ये क्या हुआ? ठीक करते हैं. For energy. This is equivalent to 1800 kilojoule of energy. आधा एनर्जी हो गया वेस्ट, मतलब यूटिलाइज हो गया, आधा हो रहा है वेस्ट. तो उससे जो हीट निकलती है उसको अवॉइड करने के लिए जो एक्स्ट्रा उसको जो स्वेट करना पड़ेगा, परस्पायर करना पड़ेगा, वो कितना है. अब ये कुछ चीजें दी गई हैं, ठीक है, व्हाटएवर. दिस इज अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. ट्राई करो. आई एम जस्ट गोना से ट्राई इट. इट्स अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. व्हाइल आई फिक्स द फॉर्मूला ऑफ C6H12O6, ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन आउट. स्लाइड नंबर 121. इजी पीजी. व्हाट डू यू गाइस थिंक? कर सकते हैं? मुश्किल लग रहा है? हाँ. Have you seen this kind of question before? Have you seen this kind of question before, or is this new to you? Oops, here we are. मैं फिजिकल पढ़ाता हूँ दोस्तों. Yeah, that's my area of interest or expertise, whatever you want to call it. Dheeraj and Nidhi. Sweet. $360 ग्राम. ओके, स्वीट. सिंपल सवाल लग रहा है आपको? धीरज and Nidhi, would you like to explain to your friends how this is 360 gram? Write down the equation for glucose C6H12O6. Right? You need to balance it because delta H is an extensive property, so you have to balance it. Once you do that, the extra energy basically 50% है, वो तो यूटिलाइज होगी. बाकी जो बची हुई 50% बची हुई है, इसका आधा कितना होगा? 900 किलो जूल. राइट? 900 किलो जूल कितना होगा पानी? यार कर लो, बहुत डायरेक्ट है. नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ वाटर टाइम्स 45 किलो जूल पर मोल. वाई 45? ये तो दिया हुआ है ना यार, यहाँ पे कहाँ गया? एंथैल्पी ऑफ इवेपोरेशन ऑफ वाटर इज 45. So this should be equal to this. That's all, yaar. That's all. So number of moles is 20, which is 360 gram. 360, 360, 360. Good. 2 pi radian. Wow, guys. Wow. Look at that. Elon likes math, huh? Good job. Rajiv ji, I'm trying to figure out how you got 319. Maybe kuch calculations error tha. I hope this one's all right. This is 360 gram. Let's move on to the next question. Yes, Raja, absolutely. Bond enthalpies of A2, B2 and AB are in the ratio 2:1:2. If the bond enthalpy of formation of AB is this value, what is the bond enthalpy of B2? ये same सवाल, ये सवाल थोड़ा पुराना है, older JEE. Same सवाल has been changed, थोड़ा नंबर बदल के, has come in 2023 का अप्रैल का पेपर as a numerical entry. I thought I'll give you the old one जिसमें options है, क्योंकि numerical बहुत हो गए, है ना? थोड़ा हार्ड क्वेश्चन लाए. भवेश, हार्ड इजी क्या मतलब है? हम लोग कर रहे हैं PYQs. हाँ, आसान लग रहा है तो अच्छी बात है, मतलब JEE भी आसानी से हो जाएगा. हार्ड क्वेश्चन लेके क्या उखाड़ लेंगे हम लोग, है ना? Doesn't matter. If you want to do JEE advanced questions, we'll do JEE advanced questions. Remember, focus is thermochemistry. और इतने यही पेपर आते हैं, यही सवाल आते हैं. हार्ड क्वेश्चन क्या करेंगे? Yeah? Oh, really? Nidhi, that's awesome. You're in Delhi right now? That's amazing. Hey, so back in 2021, you were in 10th, or I didn't get the math, or you were in a different grade then. Or maybe you're in 11th back then. Okay, that's awesome. हाँ Elon, बाकी subjects हैं, ठीक है, करो. Exactly. Spend what you need to do for the other things. अगर ये आसान लग रहा है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. In pounds, okay. Many class boards by teachers, sir. B, D. Nidhi saying D. Okay, Vraj is also saying D. Awesome. Nidhi and Vraj are saying D. और B कौन बोल रहा है? Bhavesh is going with B. All right. Sweet. Dheeraj is saying A. चलो ट्राई करते हैं, लेट्स सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. अरे आई फॉरगॉट टू रन द टाइमर ऑन दिस वन. चलो टाइमर हो, लेट्स अस्यूम कि हो चुका है. व्हाट यू डू हियर, राइट? बॉन्ड एंथैल्पी का आइडिया है कि लेट्स टेक इट इन द रेशियो 1:2:2, राइट? सो B2 का हो गया x, A2 का 2x, AB हो गया 2x. नाउ एंथैल्पी ऑफ फॉर्मेशन का क्या होगा? I need half of both of these and I get 1 mole of AB, right? This is what I need to find. Let me write down this with these beautiful colors, right? This blue one shows you this and this. All you need to do is make sure कि अच्छा ये होगा RHS में, and what is B2 going to be? Half and LHS, half and LHS. मतलब I've got to, by 2 subtract, by 2 subtract and add. That's all. That's all, right? So that's exactly what we have done. That's exactly what we've done. इन दोनों को हमने किया है by half, right? Hold on, let me just think that through. हमने कुछ जल्दी में कुछ गड़बड़ी की नहीं. बॉन्ड एंथैल्पी इधर है. What is this? What is happening here? Bhavesh, tell me, anybody has any doubts as to what we are doing over here? Yeah? The deal here is that the bond enthalpy value has to be positive. Okay, so you make sure that whatever you're doing in the end, you get a positive number. And if you don't, then that's going to be a little messy. So, hey, some of you are saying D. Is it D or is it A, guys? Hey, एक minute. We're going to go back to that one. मैंने बहुत confidently सोचा कि सब लोगों को समझ में आ गया, but it looks like some of you saying A, some of you saying D. Okay, do you want me to repeat that? Anushka, yes. Nidhi and Vraj very confidently said D. Are you okay how it's A? Entropy saying super. Okay, great. Repeat. Okay. Vraj, देखो. What did you do to get D? As in 400 कैसे मिला आपको? मुझे थोड़ा बताइए. Walk me through it. See, all I've got to do is take this in the ratio 2:1:2. मतलब कि मैंने यहाँ 1:2 लिखा है, it's the same thing, right? Because I didn't want to do 2:1:2, I can do that as well. ठीक है, 2:1:2 मतलब ये हो गया A2, B2 and AB. ठीक है, if this looks confusing to you. So I want to take B2 to be X, so A2 हो गया 2X, AB हो गया 2X. किस चीज का? Bond enthalpy. Bond enthalpy is defined as 1 mole on LHS. But what I need is formation. Formation में है, देखो ये RHS में, ये LHS में. So I will take both of these as it is. I will subtract this one. I think इससे पहले मैंने जो लिखा था यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं लिखा था. What? How's everything getting erased? We wrote something, right? What? How's it getting erased, guys? Weird. Anyway, ठीक है. तो ये दोनों हो गए LHS में, right? And I'm dividing both by 2, right? Because I need to get A2 by 2 and B2 by 2. So I divide this by 2, divide this by 2. Hence, है half into all of this. ठीक है? और दूसरी तरफ, as it is 2x, but it is on the RHS. By definition, bond enthalpy is LHS. To make this to RHS, I have to reverse it. And hence, negative हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. ठीक है? So, this is the expression that has been formed. Okay. So, I get half of x plus 2x, which is simply 3 by 2x minus 2x, right? So 3 by 4 minus 2x. कितना हो गया ये? Am I doing this too slowly or too fast? Whatever, is this weird or what? Are you figuring this out? Oh, क्या लिखा है हमने? Half into x plus 2x, half into 3 minus 2, right? So that's 1.5. That is 3 by 2 minus 2, which is equal to minus half, right? So you get minus half on this side. हो गया? Okay, ठीक है. हाँ, cool. Nidhi, सब ठीक है? And dude, are you seriously in ID Delhi? Wait, is Nidhi lurker? Oh my God. If that's the case, not lurker, sorry. I'm mixing up names on Discord. So there was somebody from Delhi there. Was it Zani? Anyway, whatever your Discord names are. Chalo, we're at the last question for the day. I have overshot time a little bit. मैंने बोला था 2 घंटे में हो जाएगा. थोड़ा सा एक टाइम और कर लेते हैं. ये सवाल आया था JEE एडवांस में. Okay. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm trying to tell you, भाई बहुत direct है. कर सकते हो. Oh, Enzo. Okay, sweet. Last question, Yuvraj. This is the last one. Last one. Okay, sweet. 2 mole of Hg is combusted in a fixed volume bomb calorimeter with excess of oxygen at 298 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure into solid बन रहा है mercuric oxide. इस रिएक्शन में टेम्परेचर इंक्रीजेस फ्रॉम सम टेम्परेचर. हीट कैपेसिटी ऑफ बॉम्ब कैलोरीमीटर, एंथैल्पी ऑफ फॉर्मेशन दिया हुआ है आपको, ठीक है. नाउ यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ मॉड ऑफ एक्स. ओके, एक्स क्या है? हां, एक्स क्या है भाई? द स्टैंडर्ड एंथैल्पी ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ HgO. ओके ओके, चलो इसको हम लोग थोड़ा छोटा कर लेते हैं. लेट्स मेक दिस स्लाइटली स्मॉलर, राइट? Fixed volume excess of O2. मतलब what I'm doing is QB, right? In this case. ठीक है. I've got the enthalpy of formation of this guy. I need to find out the enthalpy of formation of this guy. What is this guy? This is mercury in its gaseous state. Hi? But mercury, अच्छा liquid होता है. Okay. Hg is a liquid. I make it a gas. इस रिएक्शन की वैल्यू है 61.32 किलोजूल पर मोल. ओके, ग्रेट, ठीक है. व्हाट आई नीड टू डू इज फाइंड आउट द एंथैल्पी ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ दिस गाय. हाउ डू यू डू दिस? हाय, अरे भाई साहब, जब तक हम एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे आप लोगों ने जवाब दे दिया. हैव यू गाइस डन दिस क्वेश्चन बिफोर? हैव यू गाइस डन दिस क्वेश्चन बिफोर? ईदर वे, ब्यूटीफुल. Enzo, is Enzo here? Oh, okay. Or Enzo was at Delhi. Okay, cool, nice. So Dheeraj and Nidhi and UV and everyone else is saying 90.39. It's possible कि ये लोग पहले कर चुके हैं, otherwise actually जल्दी कर रहे हैं. Either way, it's great. Whoops. WhatsApp is amazing, right? Gives you calls on the tech. How? I'm not even logged into what? It's insane. Like WhatsApp खुला भी है नहीं मेरा, ठीक है, and it's like ringing. Let me just tell them, boss, I'm in a class, bro. Raj, don't worry, bro. It's okay. करो. Raj, take your time. बहुत time है life में. Guys, how do you guys do this? Help Raj out. Help your other friends who are watching this not so live. I don't know why, but they decided to not watch it live. जो भी कारण हो, help them, please. Tell them what you did to get to that answer, 90.39. Dheeraj, Nidhi, Yuvi, and Anushka as well. Yeah? All of you got this answer. Beautiful, excellent. How do you guys do this? Help your fellow friends out. कैसे किया आप लोगों ने? फास्ट कैसे करना है? अक्षय, डोंट वरी. JEE एडवांस में बहुत टाइम होता है लाइफ में, फास्ट करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. फास्ट करने की, आराम से करो. In a session right now, will call you back. People don't know that I take sessions on Sunday evening, so I'm just telling them. It's like a family friend. Khair, anyway. It's okay. It's great you have done this question. ठीक है, no problem. वाह धीरज, वाह. By the way, and I'm saying this in all honesty, if you want me to do a real JEE advanced session, comment में डालो. I will do it. This session is focused towards JEE main, and I could find just one JEE advanced का सवाल on thermochemistry in the last 3-4 years. एक ही सवाल मिला तो मैंने एक ही डाला है. You will see that equilibrium में भी यही हुआ था, मैंने 2 सवाल डाले थे. In thermodynamics, which is the next one, we'll have a couple of questions, okay? Because JEE advanced में thermodynamics वाले part से ज़्यादा सवाल आते हैं. Yeah. Got it. That's nice, Nidhi. That's awesome. That's great, man. It's amazing that you're doing this. Hey, there's a professor there who's a senior. Ping me on what do you call it? Telegram, and I'll introduce you to him. He's an amazing guy, man. He was from ISC. He's a materials professor at IIT Delhi. Yeah, I have connected a couple of people from Reddit and Discord there. Talk to them. They're amazing people there. खैर, practice आता है तो beautiful. Ayush, my God, सीधे हाँ, advanced question. भवेश, सवाल तो solve करो. A lot of you have given me the answer. Raj, कर रहा है? क्या चल रहा है? चलो, I'll solve this question for you. The reason why there's only one JEE advanced question is because पिछले 3-4 सवाल में year में यही आया है क्या करें? Here is the expression, right? 90, I'm sorry, that's the answer. 2 Hg plus O2 giving you 2 HgO. Okay, this is the reaction that's happening. Now notice that this is not any standard reaction, कुछ नहीं है. ये इस equation, इस सवाल में हो रहा है. Because given in the question, read the question carefully. 2 mole of Hg gaseous in a fixed volume, excess oxygen gives you this. Excess oxygen मतलब बहुत ऑक्सीजन है. कितना ऑक्सीजन है? जितना चाहिए उतना है. In this case it works out. ठीक है. Now HF value जो दी हुई है इन दोनों की दी हुई है. This is in the question. This is what I need to find out. Okay. Now ये कैसे है? I told you this is liquid becoming gas. Cool. Let's move that away. Not important. What is important? I'm going to erase your names a little bit. Apologies for that, but I think I'll need this space. We'll see. We'll see. I think if I need the space, I'll remove this. Chalo, I didn't need to erase anything. From the bomb calorimeter, I know that Q is equal to C times delta D. 90 आ रहा है, but बहुत टाइम लगा. व्रज आ रहा है तो यही तो मैटर करता है. टाइम की कोई कमी नहीं है भाई. व्रज आराम से करो. As long as you get the answer. Yeah, Bhavesh, awesome. ठीक है. Q is C times delta T. The first step is finding out delta HC, H naught C. H naught नहीं होगा यार. HC होगा. H naught नहीं होगा. इसको हम हटा देते हैं. ये डेंजरस चीज लिख दी. H naught नहीं होगा, HC होगा. ये जो है ये expression what I did here 2 mole is 2 times heat of combustion. Okay, 2 times the heat of combustion. So I need to get just the heat of combustion. How do I do that? Look, I use the idea that the heat delta H is delta U plus delta NGRT. Delta NG is going to be given by this chap right here. It's -3 क्योंकि oxygen है और mercury है. The only thing you have to be careful about is दोस्तों mercury for some amazing reason is a gas. So you need to account for that there are 2 moles of this gas and 1 mole of oxygen. Okay, so 3 moles is delta Ng, -3 is delta Ng. You need to figure that out. After that, it's very doable here. Delta H is delta U minus W, right? Because delta U is equal to Q plus W, right? मैंने उसी चीज को यहाँ पे लिखा minus W बन जाता है plus delta NGRT, right? So what you get here is how much? कितना मिलता है बता दो दोस्तों. भाई शिवानी जी सवाल सॉल्व करें. ये वैल्यू क्या मिलती है? 90 आप लोग बोल रहे हो. ये वैल्यू क्या हुई? स्कैम किया या डिड एक्चुअली सॉल्व इट? खैर एनीवे सॉल्व किया तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. व्हाट यू डू once you get that is minus 303.4 kilojoule. But this is for 2 moles. Okay, what you find out is for 2 moles. I need to get for 1 mole. मतलब इसका आधा करना पड़ेगा, right? इसका आधा is this exact value right here. Why am I doing इसका आधा? Because boss, I need HGO solid 1 mole. Okay, that is what is required. Molar enthalpy of formation of 1 mole of this guy is required. Cool. Okay, once I get that, okay, delta H combustion or not delta H combustion is going to be equal to these values over here. Cool. And here notice that I have written this minus this. Why did I put this minus this? Because यहाँ पे है RHS में, यहाँ पे LHS में, right? And by definition formation is RHS by definition. So since ये LHS में है तो I have reversed the reaction and hence sign is negative. इसीलिए है यहाँ पे negative. Now this culminates everything we have done so far into one simple question. So x मतलब ये minus 61.32 मतलब ये is going to be equal to this whole value here. ठीक है? So x की value is given to be negative 90 point something. Yeah, negative 90.38. But हमको modulus ही पूछा गया है तो answer is going to be 90.38. Whew. All right. Vraj, yeah, good job, man. Good job. Good job, everybody else. Thank you for sticking around. That's all I had planned for you today. And amazing that Nidhi has joined us from IIT Delhi. That's pretty cool, man. Thanks for joining in. Was this session useful? And if you want me to do JEE advanced questions, the books that I told you about, I will pick up questions from there and we will solve them. And Ebbing. These are the books to practice for JEE advanced. Okay? Mainly this is for main. This is for advanced. And Nidhi, please help your friends out. Tell them how you prepare for it and how did you get into this amazing college. And let me know if you want to get introduced to that professor who's really cool at IIT Delhi. Ping me on I Teach Chem at Discord or Telegram. ठीक है? Yeah? मजा आया? मुझे भी काफी मजा आया. I'll see you guys next weekend. Yeah, most likely Saturday पे we'll do thermodynamics. And share this video with as many friends as you think would benefit from it. Okay? Yeah. Yes, Rec, absolutely. Discord, Telegram, either ways. Yeah. Lovely. Great, awesome. Chalo, see you all. Have an awesome rest of the weekend. खत्म ही हो गया, right? Weekend तो मिलते हैं अगले weekend. Bye guys. Good night. Tata.